Here too, the Delhi High Court described the government as, quote, turning a blind eye to the consequences and has ordered the dairy stock relocated full stop. As of this recording, that order has been enforced just about as much as any of the others that we've covered in this episode, so not very much. The result is something that goes well beyond what many people would picture when they hear landfill. This is more of a self-reinforcing ecosystem that feeds directly back into Delhi's food chain, where many of the millions of people consuming the milk and poultry in the city likely have no idea where any of it came from. For the workers, the market vendors, and the dairy operators, though, this is just the world they live in, a world in which they and the mountain have become inseparable. But the economy that's grown up is only one half of the story. The other half belongs to the people who were
Daddios, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so upset right now. Hold up, I gotta fix this.
Muller Colony sits a few hundred meters from the landfill space, one of several densely packed settlements in the broader
I'm
Gaza
hoping my
area,
value
thousands of families live in a settlement that predates the mountain by years, yet now lives entirely in its shadow. One of them is Ibrahim Khan, 71 years old and a resident there for over 4 decades. When a Sky News crew visited him last year, he offered the kind of summary that only someone who has watched a crisis develop across an entire lifetime can provide.
I'm hoping that helps.
Yo,
Daisy, what is good?
Quote, Ibrahim
Question, can you hear me clearly or do I sound low?
Friends and family alike get sick, and it's not exactly a mystery why. Air quality monitoring at Gaza
I have
stations
bad news.
recorded
My
readings as high as
monitor,
438 on the air quality index. For
doesn't
context,
hold my mic
anything
anymore.
above 400 is considered hazardous.
I don't know
and many
how.
major cities rarely
Oh,
break
alright,
100.
bet.
Delhi
I
as a
was
whole
worried about that.
already runs some of the worst air quality.
But yeah,
of any major city
basically,
on Earth,
my mic
even worse
is
than
my
Beijing
mic
was a
arm is
decade
fried.
ago before they launched an aggressive crackdown.
I don't know,
Since
this
cut
little
pollution
grippy
by
thing, the
2/3.
whatever these
India
grooves
hasn't
are,
done that,
they're just
and it
not
shows.
holding the mic
The
stand
average
anymore.
PM 2.5 concentration around
And
Gaza
as I was about to hit streaming,
18 to 20 times
start
that
streaming,
of
the game
WHO
crashed on me.
guidelines. Among residents living within a few kilometers of the
Damn,
landfill,
why do they do it?
84%
I could have
report
sworn I
chronic
don't
breathing
have it
problems, and
supposed to
nearly
start.
3/4 have chronic eye irritations simply from being exposed to this sort of environment day in and day out. Children are hit harder than anyone else, so even though Delhi may have thought that it was creating an out-of-sight, out-of-mind dynamic, this clearly has contamination risks for the broader region. And this really does take its toll. Even outside of Gazapur, a 2025 report estimated that Delhi residents more broadly are losing roughly 8.2 years of life expectancy to air pollution
That's
alone.
crazy.
And if that's the average for the city as a whole, you can only imagine what it's doing to the people living in areas
That's
closest to the
insane,
dump
bro.
itself. Data from Sagangaram Hospital show that among the hospital's lung cancer patients, 50% are now non-smokers, and among patients under 50, that figure rises
Alright,
to
Daddios,
70%,
we're just gonna
up
wait
from
to
just 10%
load
in
up.
1988.
I'm gonna try
Among
this
patients
city
under
again,
30,
but
the
to be
hospital's
honest,
chief says that the overwhelming majority have never smoked.
our
The dominant
cities,
cancer
we're
subtype
done, bro. I
in
don't
these
know.
cases
All my
is the
cities
one
are
most strongly
crashing.
linked to long-term exposure
I have to
toxic
go
air
and
rather
send
than
logs
tobacco.
to
The city also boasts
the
the
Sully's
unenviable title
Discord.
of the highest rate of cancer in
Bro,
boys
I
under
don't even
14
have time to
of
get the
any
log.
city
Like,
in
it's just
India,
so much
and
shit
one of the
going on.
highest in the world more broadly. Ansar Khan,
So,
45,
I'm gonna
knows what
hope
these
this
numbers look
works.
like up close. A long-time resident of
And
Muller Colony,
if not,
who was
Daddios,
diagnosed
we're
in
just
May
gonna vibe out and we're
2025
just
with
gonna do a new
stage 4
city.
cancer of the lungs
I'll
and
probably
liver after
do a
decades
whole
of
fresh.
treatment.
Actually,
Whatever
I
that puts out. His doctors say the case is almost certainly terminal.
You know what I
And
think
what
we need to
people
do?
breathe
I
in
really do
around
think
this area
it just
is
sucks
only
because
part of the problem.
this Reddit
What they
city was
drink
technically
might be
supposed to be the
even
new
worse.
city.
Residents who have lived near Gazapur long enough remember a time when
And
the
luckily
water in the
Brooklyn
taps
is still
started to
working,
become
so
discolored.
we
First
have
an
that to
off-yellow,
hold on
then
to.
orange, as iron and other heavy metals began contaminating the groundwater. Today, it mostly runs a dark red, along with a putrid smell. to
Dark
go along
fucking
with it.
red?
Because the landfill was built without a liner to keep the toxic sludge from seeping into the ground underneath it or from flooding out into surrounding areas, decades of rainfall have been slowly spreading through millions of tons of decomposing waste and carrying whatever it dissolves down into the ground with it. Groundwater samples near the landfill show
Yeah, that was
severely
dark
elevated
red.
levels.
That's
The passenger
insane.
readings have reached over 22 times the safe standard. This is high enough to cause a condition in infants known as blue baby syndrome, in which
Blue
the
baby?
blood loses its ability to carry oxygen alongside all other sorts of toxins linked to skeletal damage, neurological disorders, and cancer. The contamination is so
That's
severe
insane.
that families who can barely
Hold on
afford
one
to
second,
eat are
y'all.
spending significant portions of their income buying bottled water every day, increasing.
If it lets us load into the city, I think we let it rock for like 5 minutes, just follow a taxi or something,
it reportedly causes
and see what
skin to
happens
break out
there.
in boils and rashes from exposure. What makes all of this worse, arguably worse than the pollution itself, is that many of Gazipour's residents didn't choose to move in next to a landfill. While some of its more recent arrivals came out of desperation for any work available, many of the long-time residents predate the amount of garbage entirely. In other words, they didn't move to a dump.
Yeah,
The
he's
dump
talking
moved
about
to them.
Gazipour. I
It
think
grew
it's outside of
year
New
after
Delhi.
year until it had completely transformed the place. And that really is part of what makes this situation so tragic. Gazipour wasn't ever a luxury area, but it certainly had a much better standard of living back then compared to today. As
He
this
didn't
mountain
really
has
put
continued to grow,
any
property values have completely collapsed. You
descriptions.
can't really fault
Wow.
people for not being thrilled to move into a place like that.
I
much
guess
less paying
descriptions
market
are not
rates to
important
do so.
anymore.
For families whose only asset is the house they live in, which in India, especially in areas like this, is a common dynamic, this has collapsed the only asset they actually owned. The result is a kind of paralysis that traps
Alright,
people,
we're almost
whether
there
they
with the
want to stay or
custom
not. None
decals.
of
We're
this is
almost
to say
there.
that the worst effects of all of
We're
this are
almost there,
cliché,
daddios.
Far from it. The overwhelming
Bro,
burden of
I'm
this
not-
is exactly where you'd
I'm
expect,
gonna be honest.
in the poorest neighborhoods. Mohammed Ismail, who runs a small business near the land.
I'm now at my limit of starting cities because then I'm running out of creativity.
We die like insects.
And then it's like
If
I
this had been a
always have
wealthy
to like
neighborhood,
reset from the
dump would
beginning.
have been removed.
So
And
I'm
it's
never
hard to
getting where I
disagree with
really
him.
want to
Ismail's
get
not
at.
wrong. And the pattern he's describing isn't
I'm
unique to just
praying, bro, because
Gazipour.
all I want to do
Delhi's
is add the
wealthier
new
neighborhoods
offices,
produce
bro.
the
We just
highest
been
per
adding
capita
them
waste
in
the
our new,
city, but
like,
all
fake
three of its
downtown.
landfills sit in low-income areas out on
Yeah,
the periphery,
I'm not gonna lie,
serving
this
communities with
wasn't
the
that
least
bad.
political power to do anything
It could have
about
been
it.
worse.
Every so often, the courts or the media force a round
I'm
of
just gonna
promises out
load
of
the
whoever
new
happens to be
save,
in
dude.
charge, and then the question
Which that
shifts
means I'm
whether
gonna
any of
lose
those
this
promises
save.
can
Fuck
actually be
me,
delivered on.
bro. Because the game crashed when I was playing the main city and it never recovered from that.
Now, before we get to the cleanup
Alright.
efforts, it's worth understanding exactly what these efforts
You see, like,
are about,
all of
because
these
the
play sets
scale
just
of
have
the problem
old
isn't
mods.
just about what's already
Tygon's
piled
thing
up there,
happened.
it's about what
All the
keeps
Star
arriving
Cube
on a
thing
daily
happened.
basis.
Alright, yo, we
Delhi
crashed.
generates
We.
over 11,000
Alright, how about
municipal
this?
solid
Do we
waste
just
every
do?
day.
Do
The
we go
city's
for a new
combined
city?
processing capacity,
Do I have the energy
incinerator,
for it?
composting and recycling
I don't have. I
facility,
really
you
don't
name
have the
it,
energy
can
for
handle
it.
roughly 8,000
Like, I do,
tons.
but I
That
don't.
deficit has to go somewhere, and every single day that somewhere else usually just means Gazipour.
Because if we do a new city.
enough to fill hundreds
Oh, yeah,
of
fuck
trucks
ice
by
all
day,
day,
and
every
it has
day.
continued more or less uninterrupted for years.
I saw
Roughly
Gray
50 to 60% of
and
what Delhi
Moose had
throws
it, and I was
away
like, yo,
is
can
what's
I get
categorized
that? It's
as
already
wet
scaled and
organic
everything.
matter,
Yes.
Food scraps, vegetable peels, that sort of thing. That composition is a huge part of why
Fuck
the
ICE,
city's
fuck this
primary
administration,
technological fix
all
for
of that
waste
in a bag of
crisis
fucking
has been
chips.
struggling almost since it launched. The waste-to-energy incinerator adjacent to the landfill was designed to process 1,300 tons of incoming garbage per day by burning it, which would in turn generate electricity. But wet organic matter doesn't burn well, and the result is that the plant can process only 800 tons on a good day. And trust us, there have been a lot of bad days. And on the worst of them, the plant processed as little as 70 tons. Boiler breakdowns, maintenance closures, and mandatory shutdowns during Delhi's worst smog days continue to chip away at whatever processing capacity remains. Even
It
what
just
that
crashed.
plant does manage to process doesn't exactly
Yo,
disappear.
Daddy-O's.
Roughly 30%
No,
of
you were
incinerated
fucking
waste
with
comes
me,
back out
dude.
as ash, some of which is
You're
toxic
fuck.
residue that
Come
has to be
on,
disposed of
bro.
somewhere. That somewhere is, you guessed
Really?
it, right back in the landfill. So a
Really,
facility
bro?
that was built to reduce the mountain might be transforming what's there, reducing its size even, but contributing to the
You know what?
disaster all the same.
For the new
And even
road,
when it
yeah,
does
I
work,
will.
it's
For
not
the new city,
technically
I
running
will do that.
clean. Burning garbage
I
inherently
actually
releases
will do that.
considerable pollutants into the atmosphere, but the problem
All
is
right,
exacerbated
we're
when
just
it
gonna-
doesn't burn
let's
with
just
sufficient
grab a new
temperature to
playset.
destroy the worst
Playset.
byproducts. Gazipour, given the organic
Create a new
makeup of most of its
playset.
garbage, it almost never does. A whole host of carcinogenic compounds that form from plastics burning
Hold
at
on
insufficient
one
heat
second.
have been a recurring problem at plants like this one, and are in no small part why nearly
Yo,
half
yo, yo, yo.
of similar such
Yo,
plants throughout the country
Shock.
are closed. While
Daddy,
the index of
yo,
this
yeah,
on
it
cement
crashed.
felt
It
far
definitely
wide,
fucking crashed.
nobody is hit harder by these emissions than the residents here, who quite literally live on top of this. Dr. Arshad Khan, who has practiced medicine near the landfill for over a
Alright,
decade,
so what
describes
I'm
this
gonna
as a
do
slow poisoning.
is-
The toxins enter the body.
No, no,
through
no.
the air,
I meant to go to
weakening the immune
create new
system
playset.
until people start
Copy
breaking down.
playset.
We simply are not meant.
Hold on, Daddios. This is what we're about to do.
Local government.
We're gonna copy a semi-vanilla playset that I have.
On repeat. Prescribing
and then we're just gonna add certain mods to it.
Oh,
definitely go grab dinner. Definitely go grab dinner. Shock. All of my cities are broken, bro.
But they are not treating.
I don't know what mod I downloaded. Every playset, and then the only big thing I keep seeing is Tygon's thing, and it copied the wrong fucking playset. Yet the fuck again.
East Delhi Municipal Corporation began what's known as
honestly, dude, I think I'm gonna just go the route of Moose, especially because Wolf won't be able to jump on as much. And I just think I'm done with Skive, bro. Skive is really just not it for me, bro.
For the first time, looks encouraging. 18 of these machines are now
I'm gonna try one more fucking time.
And while that is the first real progress the city has seen since the landfill started,
we're gonna see right now. My vanilla city still works.
Mountain has barely budged.
Yeah, Shock.
Biomining began. Part of the reason for that slow pace is what biomining actually produces, because the output is less encouraging.
Yeah, bro. I should have took home. I think you know who I'm talking about, but I should have took their advice much sooner. I'm going to copy the semi-vanilla playset. All right, perfect. This is my active playset. Please start the game.
Material that is too contaminated with heavy metals and microplastics for any agricultural use. Actual recyclables for a tiny fraction of what's actually.
But yeah, dude, man.
Spend their days scavenging.
The struggle is actually getting a little bit too real, and not real in a good way.
It excavates what's already there, and once the
so yeah, let me switch my YouTube title to starting a new city.
The 2,500 fresh tons that keep arriving every morning are a separate problem entirely, and for years that intake actually.
How you doing, Shock? How's everything going, Daddy?
How we got here in the first place. The Municipal Corporation of Delhi claims to have finally reversed this after new contracts were awarded in March 2025. But even if that's true, the maths we started this section with just hasn't changed. None of these failures exist in isolation, but fixing any one of them runs into the same wall, which is a governance structure unlike almost any other major city in the world. Delhi is not a full state. It's a national capital territory in which an elected legislature.
Oh, it is in New Delhi. That's crazy.
With a centrally appointed lieutenant governor who retains control over significant portions of public policy. The result is
that's good. That's really good. I'm actually glad to hear that, Daddy.
It falls into the cracks.
Shock.
Authorities, each of whom can point.
Should I just do a northeast map? You have any map recommendations?
The Supreme Court itself in 2018.
Because like I wanted to do another island map, but I'm exhausted.
Who is ultimately in charge of garbage?
Chilly weather, not like severely cold, but not warm like we would have wanted it to be honest.
Exactly what you might expect. Every deadline set for Gazapur since 2017 has been missed, and we are almost certainly going to miss the 2026 goal as well. Delhi's
starting a new Shrine city
in April last year that the garbage mountains would disappear within 5 years, but we're not holding our breath. And so the mountain remains. The question at this point isn't even how to fix Gazapur, it's whether anyone with the power to do so actually even wants to. For decades, the standard excuse for why nothing got done at Gazapur was that nobody was really in charge. Too many agencies, power being split between various government departments and personnel. It was always just somebody else's problem. Last year, though, that excuse disappeared. The BJP swept Delhi's assembly elections, and for the first time in the city's modern history, one party held the chief minister's office, the municipal corporation, and the backing of the central government that appoints the lieutenant governor. In other words, the city was theirs, and with such power comes great responsibility. Ironically, they had actually campaigned exclusively on removing Delhi's garbage mountains, and 1 year into that uniform.
I'll look at great. Let's look at that. Let's look at that real quick. And if I can get a built on it, I'm down for that, dude.
Power, but because the problem has by this point.
So look, we are already there. Actually, no, we're not going to go to low game. Let's go to Paradox Mods.
Boasts a well-developed space program.
I'm going to pull
some of the world's top-performing tech companies.
Let's switch. We're going to switch the vibes real quick.
Nobody expects a country at India's stage of development to be reaching carbon-neutral levels anytime soon. The handling of waste isn't a problem of ability or development, but of priority. And the consequences of that are compounding in ways that go well beyond
minimize
what any one landfill can illustrate. The
Put
waste
that right
that doesn't
over
even make it to
there.
a dump piles up in vacant lots and drainage channels until someone sets it on fire, releasing all sorts of other toxins that are a primary contributor to the winter smog that poisons residents throughout the country.
Dude,
A nature study recently found that India
yo,
is now
I'm
the
having
largest contributor to plastic
the most
pollution on
issues
the
right
planet,
now.
leaking roughly 9.3
Thank
million
you,
tons into the
thank you. That's
environment
all I
every
wanted.
year,
All I wanted was
almost
this
as much
window
as the
so I can
next
make
3
small.
highest countries combined.
Thank you.
This is where the local impacts
Alright.
really fade away. And
So
make us realize
I'm two
just
minds
how
about
global
adding
an issue
assets right now.
pollution is. When
Right?
the monsoons hit,
Honestly,
all of the
if
uncollected
Mayor
waste
Cheeks
gets
doesn't
swept into
approve
river
the
systems like
asset,
the
it's
Ganges.
not getting in here. That's one. And then two, did it stop the video?
Which function
Alright.
as something akin to a
So
high
that's
speed
one,
conveyor
right?
belt, pumping millions of tons of plastic.
Also, I want you
directly
guys to
into
know.
the Indian
what-
Ocean. From there, it disperses
Yo,
as
yo, yo, yo,
microplastics.
Maya!
Now look, our intention is to
Maya, I have
say
bad
that
news.
Every country
Are you
has
ready
issues
for the
with
bad
plastics,
news?
and microplastics are showing up in something like 94% of tap water samples across the United States.
We're gonna need a blunt.
and
I
Washington
have
doesn't
some
seem
pre-rolls. I'm
particularly
gonna ask the
interested
missus to
in
grab them
moving in a more
soon.
anti-plastic direction. But given just how global this issue is, the tragedy that is Gazapur
this is
making
Sky.
it measurably
Alright?
worse. Gazapur didn't create this
I
issue,
think
but it's any
going
place on
forward,
Earth
we
where
may
the
not
various
use Sky.
dimensions are on clearest display. The accumulation, the burning, the toxic runoffs, and the
Yeah,
horrifying working
I'm just
conditions
not feeling
that
this
no
at all.
human should be subjected to.
All
More
right,
than anything, though, it
so
might be a clear warning of just what happens when a crisis this large
waste
has simply been
collection,
allowed
low
to
density
continue
pack is
due to a lack
fine.
of
That should
viable
be fine.
alternatives, and as a result,
Is this
anyone
is
who
by
does
Trist?
actually take
So
this seriously.
Trist is
Thank you for
okay.
watching.
We'll download any assets from Trist. Is this Trist as well? Phenomenal, phenomenal. Jardine House. Who made the Jardine House? Is this his only? No. I want to see what else you built, homie. Is that the only thing you've ever built? Hold on, sorry. Your last update was then. All right, so you don't go into my fucking city. Fuck you. Pay me. Sorry, Daddios. We are. Damn. One, I wish I would have known earlier. I would have delayed stream by like another 2 hours, and me and the missus would have treated you to drinks. Basically, the bad news is we got to start a new city. Everything broke. Brooklyn is the only one that actually loads up without crashing. Everything else has crashed. Is that Trist? Alright, Trist is good. So what I'm doing is looking at what mods are needed. So let's go and get the B&Bs, the bread and butters, the butters, breads. Let's go most popular. Let's go. Will that be considered a code mod? It would be. I actually don't know. I've also been running out of. I've unfortunately been running out of ideas and names and shit. I'm thinking, what should it be? I have the local ones. We'll just use the local ones. I don't want to touch anything that is streams and ditches. Do I even want those yet? I don't know. Urban inequality, I don't know. These are not. I want the code mods, right? I gotta just search for everything my damn self. That's what we're gonna do. I'm afraid of platter, though I do want platter. Damn, I do want platter. Yeah, because we're gonna have to start a city real fast. Lemon Cove sounds fire. Limon, Limo. Oh, yuzu. We can do yuzu. That actually sounds like a vibe. I could go into a playset and then add those mods like that, right? No, I don't even want to touch any of the other dumb shit that we had. So move it. All right, go to yin yang. We're gonna do it this way. Give me that. Cause yuzu is like lemon in Japanese. And then what do? We do like fashionella. We do like aisles. Well, Cove is fire. Cove is fire. Right. Do I even use water features? You know what's crazy? I don't use water features. Recolor. Yuzu Cove? I bet. I'm down for that. Yeah. And then all the OGs have to get districts in their name. And then I probably will need idea for districts. All right. Now we go back here. Let's go start. Can I search by creator? Thank you. Give me that. I need these. Give me that. We gotta download. Yes. Okay, so I have to. All right, add it. It's all right. I'm not gonna bitch. You got it. Let me also play a video in the corner. We need some entertainment while we're doing this, Daddios, because I know this is actually boring right now.
Court commissioners have documented cattle with plastic visibly
protruding
from
we finished this video, right?
mouths. Here too, the Delhi High Court described the government as, quote, turning a blind...
We've all seen images and video footage. Vast tent encampments in the heart of the city, record levels of homelessness, human feces to such an extent that an app was created to track human feces.
Did I watch this on stream? I don't think so.
San Francisco.
Also, I'm not that important, so we're just gonna place that right over there, okay?
On itself.
Cool.
Move over to Detroit. The US has a new failed
Daddios,
city.
we need maps. If anybody has any map suggestions, please throw them in
now
chat.
Simply take it as gospel. San Francisco has become a nightmare, a disaster, a place you certainly wouldn't go with your children because of the risk of them being eaten by some crazed fentanyl lunatic. And there is certainly some truth to this. San Francisco has indeed suffered badly over the last decade, and just about every negative you hear about the city is true to some degree. But that doesn't tell the whole
So wait,
story.
I have to add the
You see,
content
United
creator
States is now a
pack?
country
What?
of deep polarizing ideals, and like the rest of the world, has developed a fetish
La,
for
la,
negativity.
la,
Bad news
la,
travels
la,
faster and it gets more
Sorry.
clicks. And it won't require you to stretch your mind too far to believe that individuals or media outlets
Right.
that have a certain left or right leaning bias might not be averse to the odd piece of angry rhetoric to knock their opponent down a peg or two. So what's the truth about San Francisco? Is it a lawless city with a vast army of homeless drug addicts stalking the streets? Or a city that has suffered its
Advanced
fair
building
share over the last
control.
decade, but is slowly pulling itself out of the mess? Is it all true, or are we being told to believe a narrative that just fits an ulterior motive?
That. We're gonna play our normal mode. We're gonna play with money. We're gonna play with tile upkeep.
Why not? There are plenty of examples
Yeah, we're gonna
on
challenge
YouTube
ourselves,
that do
bro.
so and
We
do
will
it well,
challenge
but
ourselves.
What's the point in simply regurgitating, especially if things just don't entirely line up, in our opinion? The set narrative surrounding
know
San
why it's
Francisco
saying
is that
certain
it is
things are
essentially
not
now a
added.
disaster zone where all
Dude,
the evils of the
game,
world
don't
come
piss-
to
I
blame
promise
on
you, game, don't
giant
piss me off.
liberal cesspit. That might sound harsh, but look at some of the media reporting over the years, and it's kind of difficult to argue with it.
Yeah, shit does look
However,
wild over
there
there.
is something called the cultivation
Daddy-o!
theory, developed by George Gerber in the 1960s, that states that repeated exposure to the same types of media messages gradually shapes how people perceive reality, especially around
Wait,
things like
Hachiroku.
fear,
No, that's 86.
risk, and
Damn,
safety.
wait.
When certain
damn,
images
damn,
or
damn,
narratives
damn.
are
How
shown
do I say
often enough,
five?
audiences
Go,
begin to
yes.
trust them as normal and all-encompassing,
Trombone
even if they reflect
number,
only a small part of the actual conditions.
go!
This isn't complicated manipulation or propaganda. And
I have good news and bad
people
news.
Suddenly develop a fear of flying, but have no problem.
The good news
driving
is
80 miles
we
an
get
hour
to
in a
play the
car
game
in
somehow.
bad weather conditions.
The
Terrorism
bad news
another one.
is
Once news outlets start looping reports on recent
all
attacks,
of our
someone's
cities are
terrified about a
fucked.
strange person on the other side of the street behaving
Brooklyn
just a little bit
works.
suspiciously. But perhaps
But
the
all of
biggest
our
is
custom-made
crime.
cities
Across
are
most
fried.
sections of the Western world, violent crime is lower
Yeah,
than it has been for decades. But ask
dude,
people
I
how
just don't
safe
know.
they feel, and they'll
Even
reel
the
off a
latest
list of
city I
potential
thought was
nasties.
rocking out, and
That's
then
not to
it
say
just
that there
crashed
is
on
not
me right
crime.
before stream.
There absolutely is crime, but our perception has definitely been
So
warped.
I'm just gonna
From
be
roughly
careful of
2019
what,
onwards,
and it
footage
sucks
of smash and grab
because
thefts, open drug use, and street encampments in San
there
Francisco
is a
flooded the internet
mod.
and social media.
There are
loves that.
some like
I mean,
new
let's be
assets
honest,
that
it
people have been
looks
putting out that I
appalling.
really like.
Certain parts of the city suddenly looked almost third world, but when news outlets returned to the same locations
And
again
unfortunately-
and again, the result was a compressed image of the city where a few
Yeah,
streets
I
stood
just
in
gotta
for
be
an
careful.
entire
I just have
population
to
of
be
more than
super,
800,000
super
people.
careful.
In 2023, surveys showed San Franciscans reporting feeling just as unsafe
So
as
we're gonna
residents
do
did
like
in
hybrid
1996,
building
a
today,
year when
Daddy-o.
the city recorded nearly 4 times as many homicides. It wasn't that people were more scared of being murdered because it was more likely. It was the fear attached to tents.
Also,
homelessness,
as
and
everybody
And
knows,
let's be clear,
you
those
should
are
just
valid
download
reasons to be
everything from
worried and
Star
fearful,
Q.
even in your own
He is a
city.
god
With
programmer.
San Francisco, the situation's complicated. Issues like the housing crisis, homelessness, crime, drug problems, mental health concerns, collapse of trust in politicians, and plenty more are all real. There's no denying that. But
No
how
fucking
real are
way.
we actually talking about?
Completely? Oh my god.
Whether we're discussing San Francisco or other cities across the
I'm-
United States, homelessness
so
has become
sorry
an
to hear
issue
that.
that
Fuck.
seemed marginal a decade ago, but is now quickly spiraling out of control. In the US, there are.
I'm
about
just glad
770,000
Brooklyn- you know what?
homeless
Yeah, then
people,
I'll
but the
just take what I
situation
can
is different
take.
around the country.
I'm glad
Broadly,
Brooklyn didn't
Republican
get
states
fried
report
the fuck
lower
up.
numbers of homeless people compared to Democratic states, but we need to be careful with this. Sometimes this is down to how.
I'm
figures
not
are
gonna lie, though.
correlated.
I
Other
wish there
times
was
it's because of the
a
tougher
quick
stance on
check or
homelessness.
like
The big difference,
a list.
surprisingly, comes down
And
to
I can just
ideology.
click
Democrats are
without
more
having
likely
to do
blame
these
homelessness on
screenshots.
systemic issues, while
I don't think I want
Republicans
that
are more likely
one.
to see it as a personal choice,
Simple
often
mod checker,
fueled
yes,
by bad
sir.
decisions. And I know that is a really, really sweeping
Damn.
statement, but
Can you
statistical
roll back to an
analysis does
older
support that.
save?
It's not set in stone, of course. There are
Because
probably
in some of
many,
my
many
cities,
thousands of
I can't
exceptions.
even roll
But
back
if you're
into an
looking
older
for an
save. I gotta double
overriding
check
rule to
again.
explain the difference.
But
this is
Buena
one of the
Vista,
strongest.
I rolled back
States that are more likely to see
almost a
homelessness
month
as
worth for
societal
saves,
problem rather
and
than
it was a
personal one,
no-go.
are more likely to be lenient towards it. And as a result, large, very public encampments have sprung up in Democratic cities that you don't always see in Republican cities because they would be torn down quickly and people moved on. And so we come to San Francisco, a place that is about as Democrat as you can get. Here, the 2024 PIT count found 8,323 people experiencing homelessness, with around 38,000 in the broader Bay Area.
Shit, that's
We
a
should
lot
point
of
out
number,
that
bro.
this is only what could be counted, so the figure is almost certainly higher, but it's
And
just
like,
not
I'm
clear by how
scared
much.
to add
What is important
anything from
is that
Skyline now,
of those
bro.
counted, around half were sheltered, meaning in some kind
Like,
of
I'm
temporary
gonna, but you
accommodation,
need to
with
add it.
half
Like, if you,
registered as
Saigon
themselves
stuff is
basically living on the
godlike.
streets. This was a
It's just the
7.3%
game
increase
doesn't
from 2022,
participate.
which isn't huge, but it's certainly big enough when that figure is people living in tents on the streets.
That's still dope.
Despite that increase,
That's
the
still
number of people
dope. You had
sleeping
something to show
visibly
for it,
unsheltered on the
though.
streets has actually dropped, with more people in shelters than the previous year, and the number of tents counted also fell sharply. So things are improving. Well, yes, but only marginally. And when you take into account how much the city spent last year on the homeless crisis, an eye-watering $846.3 million, marginal isn't good enough. That figure gets worse when you think of what that equates
Oh, wow.
to.
See, Star QB updated his mods.
$100,000 a year.
Let's go.
So how does it compare with other cities?
Let's go,
San
Star
Francisco's
Q.
homeless rate per resident remains among the highest in the US. New York and Los Angeles have figures in the tens of thousands,
Let's
but
go,
also
Star
have
Q.
significantly higher populations. If we
The
think
missus
about
is
it
the
in
best,
terms of
Daddy-os.
media
I don't even know if y'all
representation,
can hear
it's
that.
not hard to see
The
why
damn
such a
mic.
negative view prevailed. If we go back to 2019,
I'm so
the homeless
sad.
figure was almost
Daddy-os,
exactly the same. So
this was
it's
the
not
map
like
we
the
were
city
on,
fell off
too.
a cliff in the wake of COVID-19. What
alright.
often happens
What
is that you
else do
have
we
very
need?
concentrated areas of homelessness in San Francisco, particularly
Yeah,
in the
so
Tenderloin and Soma
4
areas.
megabytes,
When these
no.
areas are filmed by a news outlet or even simple social media
Yo,
users,
like, I'm
the
even
situation
scared to
looks
get.
much
Damn,
worse
I gotta stop
than
being
it actually
pussy.
is.
But
What we
it's like
often see
hard
on the
not to be
screen
pussy
may be
about it,
a
bro.
true
Like, you're just
representation of a
scared.
small part
Like,
of San Francisco, but not of the
love
city as a
that.
whole. Over the past 5 years, San Francisco's overall homelessness rate only rose about 4%, while over roughly the same period, homelessness grew much faster nationally with 15% and in California with 20%. It may be one of the most visible issues, but it's certainly not the worst.
You have? Oh my god.
San Francisco,
wait a second.
Pretty much everywhere else in the United
hope,
States, is a place of
you
great
know,
disparity.
it's to
The
better,
gulf between
bigger and
rich
better
poor
places.
nationwide is growing rapidly, with the top 10% of earners taking home about 40
how was
to
it?
50%
Was it
of all US
strenuous?
income, and the bottom 50%
How do you
earning
feel?
roughly 13 to 14% of total income. That's just the way things are at the moment, and to be honest, we're not going to get bogged down in
we'll do
that
some of Brian.
minefield. The right and wrong and tax trickle-down argument, that's for another video that I will never make. When it comes to San Francisco and its massive tech industry that has ballooned over the last 3 decades, this disparity is now causing several issues that contribute to the city's current state. San Francisco's economy has been completely reshaped by the technology sector. Venture capital flooded in, startups scaled rapidly, and salaries at the top of the labor market rose far faster than wages elsewhere. The city grew richer on paper, but it was in a narrow bracket. From the early 2010s onwards, San Francisco added high-paying jobs at a pace its housing, transit, and social systems could not absorb. New wealth competed for limited space, which pushed rents into the outrageous category and accelerated house prices. Those who could afford it battled it out and probably ended up paying more than they were hoping to, but for many
want to get buildings. I'm trying to not be too stuck on the adding mod screen
to ridiculous levels, and by the early 2020s, San Francisco had some of the highest
you in Florida now? Let's
go!
Prices big W's, let's go.
And rents routinely
you get that good weather. You get that good weather.
Bedroom apartment. For the average household, San Francisco's housing bubble consumed more than 30 to 40% of income, a level economists define as severe cost burden and everybody else defines as complete madness.
Road builder, but we have to be careful with using Plato on road builder roads, okay, Daddios?
This hit small businesses, raised mental health strain, and in turn worsened homelessness and addiction. As tech compensation soared, entire segments of the workforce were priced out. Teachers, service workers, artists, and public sector employees found themselves competing in a market designed for six-figure salaries.
Sounds like New York.
Others stayed by crowding into smaller units or commuting long distances. The city's population became wealthier and more polarized at the same time. During the pandemic, prices dipped slightly as remote work allowed people to leave, but it was all short-lived. By 2023 to 2024,
I think we're almost
began rising again. Yet there has been a small shift in policy.
Damn, we need a map. Daddios, oh gosh, we need a map.
Of at least. Streamline
we can look what
some housing
any
types,
map that stays Colvin in first.
Cases,
but I think Shock said Greymouth, right? Let's look at Greymouth. And if I like it, maybe we just try out new cities and we find one we really like.
State housing targets now require San Francisco to add more than 80,000 new homes by 2031, including a large
share today is the day the Daredevil show comes out, the new episodes. Me and the missus are extremely excited.
The tech influx has created a barbell labor market, which means that job creation tends to focus at the high wage, high skill, and low wage, low skill ends, while middle income jobs vanish. If I was going to put it bluntly, that means the Silicon Valley developer and also the barista that serves her coffee in the morning. And this creates almost two.
Yes, and that's the thing. Finding a balance of
pay rent and afford those $12 juices, and the other where the barista resides with prices.
Because people only move there because of the culture, but then
are becoming rarer in the city.
They cause the situations for the people of the culture to leave, and it's just like, bro, that's
middle class
shit.
families and jobs out of the
fucked.
area. Then there's the dreaded G word.
And I go to Florida Gulf Coast University now for bio. Oh shit! Got a biologist on us?
New York, Tokyo, Rio de Janeiro, or Cape Town, you will have experienced some degree of gentrification, and San Francisco is right up there. Gentrification in the city accelerated sharply from the late 1990s onward, and then surged again during the tech booms of the 2010s. Historically, working-class neighborhoods like the Tenderloin, Mission District, Dogpatch,
Daddios, I don't think we use
property values skyrocket, meaning long-term residents faced rising rents, evictions, and cultural displacement. And because there wasn't enough reasonably priced housing
to go around,
Sky would still be able to work in the city. And
I don't know. I don't think I want to touch
allows landlords to remove rent-controlled tenants if they exit the rental business.
Like if I gotta switch a place at the, I'm gonna just have to go about it the old-fashioned way.
And you probably won't be surprised to hear that eviction spikes closely tracked tech hiring cycles. Never. And all of this angered people over a decade ago. The San Francisco tech bust protests emerged around 2013 to 2016 as a response to rapid tech-driven change in the city. At that point, private shuttle buses operated by companies such as Google, Facebook, and Apple would pick their employees up in San Francisco and whisk them
so
through the
there
streets
is
to
one
their
thing.
leafy
I am
campuses
not
outside the
actually
city.
mad at
Non-tech city
shit like
residents
that.
began to see these buses as symbols of gentrification because they
But
connected
I can see why you
high-income
can
workers
see it
to
as
jobs, while
symbols of
many long-term
gentrification,
residents
but yeah.
faced rising rents and displacement. Basically, people
I
found
don't
it
think
slightly
it's bad for a
obnoxious that tech
company to
employees
do
were
that,
granted
though.
such
Like, if you
convenience
want
while
to
everybody else
shuffle your
battled to
people
make
to
ends
work,
meet in the city.
by all
Did it have a
fucking means,
point?
go right ahead.
Yeah. But also, if you worked at Google and there's a free shuttle bus that was going to save you an hour and a half driving in traffic, would you take it? Yes, probably you would. These are all issues that haven't really gone away and continue to exacerbate problems to this very day. But that's
We got a few
also
more
the
mods,
wider
Daddy-O,
story of
just
the
a few more
United
mods.
States and even the world, whether it's luck, hard work, or a combination of the
And
two.
you get free.
Your
Oh, I actually
socioeconomic
am
level
jealous,
has a
'cause that's
huge
my
bearing
coffee
on
of
many
choice.
factors in your life. If
There's
you
one
work
right
for
across the
OpenAI
street
in
from
San
me, and I'm
Francisco,
always
your
there.
experience of living in that city is significantly different from if you worked at Starbucks.
We do need hella surfaces.
Many of the most shocking images and videos to emerge from San
Is this
Francisco
the
in
latest
recent years
one?
were not
This should be
vast
the one-
tent cities or violent crimes, but rather
No,
the
we don't
brazen
want
drug
this
use
one.
that
So
has
let's
swept
go to
parts of the
Saigon.
city. Almost everywhere has its own version
We
of a drug
want
crisis, but in San Francisco, that
this
problem is
one.
often
We
displayed
want the one-
in
yeah.
full view for all to see.
Because one of them
The
is a
sight of
cold
people
mod and
slumped
one of them
in
is not a
doorways
cold
became
mod.
common. People
We don't
would
want the
smoke
cold
crack
mod,
behind the
okay?
bins, or sometimes even while walking along the street in the Tenderloin neighborhood. People love to wax lyrical about homelessness caused by an unfair system and high rent, but evidence suggests that addiction, followed by trauma, plays a much bigger role than many will admit. Documentaries have interviewed
Speaking
people in
of
encampments,
coffee,
and
I
the
do
reason
have-
they are there
that
rarely
should work.
comes down to I couldn't pay my rent.
Oh, I
and
do
then, of
have
course, is
some
fentanyl,
iced
a
coffee
powerful
in the
synthetic
fridge,
opioid,
yes.
50 to 100 times more potent than morphine, and it's
Ooh.
a wrecking ball of a drug that many initially get into when prescribed opiates are taken off the table. Approximately
They're
72,776 people died in the US from fentanyl overdoses in 2023, and it's spreading. Overdose deaths in San Francisco particularly rose sharply after 2019 and 2020. More residents died
Dude,
from
come on,
overdoses than
man.
COVID-19. The numbers remained high through the pandemic and spiked again in 2023, with fentanyl involved in the majority of deaths. Many of those occurred outdoors or in temporary housing.
The
Emergency
loading,
responders
you know what
became
is
a
it?
constant
You know what
presence
really
in
bothers
certain
me?
neighborhoods. It was
The
a
loading.
sad
Now,
situation.
I will
But
say this is
far
what
from a
Sky
San
makes
Francisco
much
problem.
easier.
Scores of cities and towns across the U.S. have been blighted
And
by
I think
both
I may have
legal
to
and
load.
illegal drugs.
Oh shit.
Regular
We may have to
old-fashioned
restart
prescribed
anyway.
opiates,
I
as well
hope
as
I
heroin,
don't.
Crack, fentanyl. I mean, choose your poison. If we want to look purely at overdose statistics, parts of Appalachia, particularly areas of West Virginia, had higher numbers than San Francisco, as did cities like Philadelphia, Baltimore, and St. Louis. San Francisco wasn't
I'm
great,
surprised about
but it
Philly.
was far from the worst. However, it seemed that way because drug use was so much more visible than other areas of the country. You could walk down a street in Tenderloin and see multiple people
Alright.
openly smoking crack or popping fentanyl pills. And for a long time, this went pretty much unchecked. It was as if the police agreed to conveniently turn a blind eye to
They
behavior
did.
that would
They
get you
did.
arrested
Yeah, they
in
all
many
agreed
other
to that
parts of the
shit.
country.
They do that shit in
But
New York
why?
too.
Well, for
It's
years, the
hella
city
fucking
emphasized
annoying.
harm reduction,
Unsafe as
distributing
fuck.
clean needles, providing supplies, and prioritizing overdose prevention. And these measures were good. They saved lives and reduced the spread of disease. But at
Which
the
is
same
good,
time,
yes.
enforcement against dealers and public consumption remains limited. Some would argue they were virtually non-existent.
All
City
right, let me
officials
see.
decided to take
We do-
a
I
soft
do
approach
want
to a
right
rapidly
everywhere as
escalating
well.
drug problem, and the results were unpleasant. Suddenly, news crews were filming open drug taking on the streets of San Francisco that used to be reserved for inside private properties. And it tested the patience
Toggle
of even the
overlays.
most crunchy granola San Francisco liberal. One of the saddest, but also quite humorous offshoots of this problem were feces. Human feces on the streets of San Francisco.
Oh yeah,
Homeless
bro. Shit.
people
Like how
and those
human
slumped
shit
somewhere in
and
the drug
dude.
hazes also take a shit.
That's kind of
And
fucking
There
wild.
was a lot of shit. In 2023, there were more than 33,000 reported cases of human excrement on the streets of San Francisco.
That's
Interactive
why.
maps of poo were created.
We also got to
as well as the
download
now
all of
famous
El
Snap
Gendo's
that
joints.
invited San
And
Francisco
we need Booty
residents to
Addict
take
joints.
pictures
Alright,
of
just a
people
little bit more,
that they
Daddy-O.
come
We're
across
almost
and
there.
tag them with a GPS location, which would then be sent to the San Francisco Department of Public Works. Now, all of this started with good intentions, but soon became a caricature of the
Daisy,
lunacy
definitely.
and strictly
Wait, are you
homeless
streaming?
policies that
Or
the
you're
city
just
is
gonna be
muddling
playing the
through.
game
The
tomorrow.
fact that he had residents
Also,
spending
Maya,
the highest rates
damn.
in the world photographing human on their doorstep was absurd.
If you needed
when
to
think
charge
about
next
it.
time, just
San
let us
Francisco
know.
tried
We
to
here.
be the kind, tolerant city that embraced everybody, but it literally got all over itself as a result. Since 2023, however, the city's approach
So maybe
shifted.
that is a little
Law
too
enforcement against
parasocial.
users
I
and
don't.
dealers has
To be honest, I'd be
intensified,
chilling.
with state and federal support. Visible drug taking in most areas has declined, and city officials seem to have finally figured out that handing out clean needles and looking the other way.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, look, that didn't work for
Overdose
Portugal
deaths
either, bro.
plateaued and have actually
You're on your
declined
second
slightly.
phone. Gang, gang,
But
gang,
before
gang,
you
gang,
start thinking
gang.
the city is out of the woods, we're talking about a decline from a number that was already very high. In 2023,
All right, let
San
me see
Francisco
what else we
recorded
have here.
810 accidental overdose deaths. In 2024, that number dropped to
Oh, come on,
635 and went down
don't,
further
gang,
to 621 in 2025.
Please work for
These are
me.
still big numbers, but the
I thought you
situation
was my
is slowly
friend.
improving.
Da, 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 da,
The notorious twin brother
da, da,
of San
da.
Francisco's drug problem is something that most people closely associate
Damn, that shit
with
is
that problem.
great.
If you were an avid viewer of pretty much any news channel during
All
the
right.
years immediately before the pandemic and during the pandemic itself, you would have been
Dirty
absolutely
roads,
certain that
yes.
San Francisco was a city on the verge of anarchy. Think
Excuse
Escape
moi.
to New York or even Mad Max. It was a place where drug-related crime was rampant and it was unsafe to walk the streets. But how true
Wait
is
a
it now?
second.
Well, firstly,
Is
let's
my
look at the broad
YouTube
crime
stream
statistics
not?
for major cities in the US. And we
No,
can
it's
see
not.
this because
It's
while
good.
there have always been regional differences, there is a very clear arc. The late 1960s.
All right, we're just waiting
saw
for
a
loading.
steep rise in
Daddy-o,
crime that
honestly-
continued for several decades, with national violent crime rates nearly doubling between 1965 and 1991. And this was across pretty
Let me
much
go
every
fill the
big
park
city.
games.
New York saw 2,245 murders in 1990. LA over 1,000 in 1992.
Damn,
and
that's gonna
Chicago
take mad long.
950
That's
in
157
1992.
megabytes.
Burglary
Fuck
rates were
me.
much higher, roughly.
Oh,
3
we can
times
finally
what
use
see
this
today,
gas
while
station now. I've
crimes
been
are
wanting to use this
kidnapping also
fucking gas
surged.
station for the
However,
longest.
we should also point out the sexual violence numbers have also risen because it was being reported and investigated more. It's shocking to think that in most states, marital rape was still legal in the 70s, and the final two, North Carolina and Oklahoma, didn't do away with it until
Wait, the audio is choppy?
1993.
Is it still
So the
choppy or
point
is it good right
that
now?
things were getting significantly
I think
worse
what
across the
happened
US,
was
with the
the
early
game
1990s
loaded
being
and
the
it
real
fucked
low.
up everything
and
at
San
one
Francisco
time.
followed the pattern to a T. But then things changed, and crime pretty much across the board plunged during the 1990s and 2000s. In 2017, New York saw 292 murders, down from 2,245 just 27 years before.
The bad
Car
news
theft and
is
burglary
my
rates
cities are
dropped by
broken.
more than
The only
60%
one that's
nationally
alive,
from
Maya,
their 1990s figures,
is
while reported
Brooklyn.
rates fell by roughly 50 to 60%.
I don't
nationally.
know
And
if
again,
Wolf
San
can
Francisco
end up
followed
fixing it
exactly
in the
same
future.
pattern, but never reached crime
But,
figures as
yeah,
high as
we're
LA or cities
kinda-
on the East Coast. And then we had COVID.
We're kind of done
And
for.
with the pandemic, we saw a nationwide increase in crime. It was nowhere near the Wild West days of the 1990s, but it was still sizable. The US saw the largest one-year increase in homicides ever recorded, going up 30%, but then things dropped pretty quickly after 2021, and it's still far below 1990s levels. Compared to those figures, homicides are down 40 to 45%, burglaries are down 80%, motor theft is down around 55 to 65%, and robbery is down 80 to 85%, and reported rape is down 25 to 40%.
That is
depending on
just
the method of
crazy
reporting.
that is even
So that's
happening.
the US as a whole. But what
Like,
about
I
the
should
city
know
on the
better,
Bay,
don't get
where
me wrong.
the drug fiends are lurking behind every corner? Well, it's exactly the same. San Francisco has its anomalies, as each city does. In this case, there are slightly
Sorry,
higher
'cause
property
I-
crime and larceny
you know
rates,
how
but
I am.
generally
I
lower
can
homicide,
only play
burglary,
with
and
certain,
sexual assaults
like,
than other major cities.
mods, so
The
I
issue
need
again
some
comes
mods
down to
in,
visibility.
or things
In
would not
terms
look
of raw
good.
data, San Francisco was a far more dangerous
Wait,
crime-ridden
how is
place
that
in
good?
1990 than it is today. But all those years
Yes,
of
it is good
rampant
news.
open drug taking in
Brooklyn
certain
still
areas
being,
made
because
everybody
honestly, if
feel
I would have
so
had
much
to sit the
worse
fuck
than
down
current statistics
and hone in
actually
and do a
imply.
quick
Then, of
rebuild
course,
of
you've got
Brooklyn,
the
I
24-hour
could.
sensationalist
It just wouldn't be
news
as
channels that
detailed.
cherry pick the very worst
Unless it was new
stories of the
areas.
day and then broadcast them to us in a way that makes us believe.
But I would have
that
been
this
so
is
fucking
real
upset.
life, that San
I would have been
Francisco is a
disheartened.
lawless hellhole, and that simply walking to the local shop is taking your
Well, you know
life
what?
into your own hands.
So today we're gonna do. So the
San
idea
Francisco's downtown
is
was once an exciting, bustling place. Nearly
to
half a
lay
million
down
daily
at
commuters
least
who would come into the city, as well as domestic and international tourists, with numbers ranging
a city
between
start.
50
So we're
and
gonna do a
70,000
lot
a
of
day.
like
In 2019,
zone
downtown
detail
San Francisco
after, if
was
that makes any
buzzing.
sense.
Then COVID came.
I could
Like
do-
most cities,
I
San
could do
Francisco
one
soon
block
became
at
a
a
ghost
time.
of its former self as the world
We
sought to
will
ride out
lose
the
so much
pandemic.
fucking money
But the
though.
problem was, once the situation eased, people didn't rush back.
Oh,
More
you
and
put
more
it
people
up.
were working from home, especially in the tech industry,
Daddy,
which seemed
we're
to embrace
taking that.
work-life balance a little more than other sectors. Those pre-pandemic numbers, close to 500,000, were down to 150,000 by 2022, and the knock-on
Do I
effects
even
were
use this
seismic.
like that? I be
Cafes,
detailed,
bars,
but I don't be
shops,
detailed.
juice bars, everything suffered badly because you can't just
I'm
remove
just gonna do
two-thirds
it.
of a
I don't give
customer
a
base
fuck.
and hope that
I
everything's
need
going
all
to
the
work
mods.
out.
I need
As
all
we've
the
already
mods.
seen, rental costs are absurd in San
Sorry.
Francisco, which many businesses could just about cover.
Because I
with
feel
the
that we're
army of
almost
commuters
there.
and
We got to
tourists
download some
every day,
booty.
but not after
I
the
do need to
crash.
download some
Slowly,
Sully
more
stuff,
and more
but we're going to
businesses
do
closed their doors,
some
moving
Mayor
or
Cheeks
simply going out of
assets.
business. Cushman &
and
Wakefield, one of the
decals.
world's largest commercial real estate firms,
And then I
compiled
think,
a
oh,
report
and
in
let's get to
2025
Trailer Homes, because
that
I want to
stated San
do, I
Francisco
have
is
an
experiencing
idea
34.8%
of how I'm going to break up some of
overall
the
office
city.
vacancy, which is insane when you think about how popular the city is, or was, not quite sure. That means that when you walk down the streets downtown, 1 in 3 office or shop spaces are vacant. And this problem compounds in certain areas. While some streets might still seem vibrant, others have seen multiple closures because footfall tends to decrease as desirability declines. It's a catch-22. In 2023, Westfield, which has large malls in most major cities, abruptly walked away from San Francisco, citing a 43% drop in foot traffic, high vacancy rates, and a 35% decline in sales. The company even defaulted on a $558 million loan as a result and left the historic San Francisco Center, which struggled on without it. However, in early 2026, the center itself announced that it would be closing its doors for good due to poor sales, a lack of business interest, but also a large spike in nonviolent crime. And did
I'm
we
gonna
say that
use
San
every
Francisco's
little
crime is
fucking
going
mod
down
I
earlier?
have, bro.
Yes, overall. But the southern district, where the center is located, has experienced a jump of 92% in crime year on year.
92%?
Larceny theft
That's
reports
insane.
made to the San Francisco Police Department's southern district between January and August of 2025 almost doubled during the same period
know what
in
is
2024,
sad?
going from 955 incidents to
Twitch tags.
1,876.
So you already know we gotta get that because that's all of us.
Loop that the city
That's
can't seem to
us.
find a way out from. The San Francisco
I wouldn't
Chronicle
be on
reported
here if
that
it wasn't
San
for you
Francisco's
guys.
Sales tax revenue in 2022 was about $141 million, down from 22% from inflation-adjusted $181 million in
Sorry, I had to crack
2019,
my neck,
with
Daddy-os.
downtown the weakest area. Lower tax revenue, of course.
Bro, is it good?
Mayor
Send
Daniel
that to me,
Lurie
Daddy-o.
directed city departments to cut roughly $400 million from the general
Wolf
fund
is gonna be
with a focus on
busy
protecting essential services
in the
like
next
public
few
safety,
weeks.
clean streets,
So
transit,
I
and
have to learn
homelessness
how to
response.
actually
Programs outside
do
those
road
areas,
networks
such
and
as
shit.
arts and culture funding, event support, youth and elderly programs, and advocacy work have all been affected. And remember, this is San Francisco, a city with a long, proud history of artistic and cultural expression. Compared with other major cities across the United States, San Francisco is among the worst when we're comparing vacancy rates. Nationally, overall office vacancy rates are high, roughly 20.8% in many downtowns, which
Wait,
puts
did it
San
die?
Francisco well ahead. New York, by contrast, has a 14.8% vacancy rate, which is almost back to where it was pre-pandemic.
No.
On the West Coast, other tech-oriented cities like Seattle and Portland have experienced similar problems, but neither have experienced the 30+% range. This is where San Francisco really is in a league of its own. Public transport.
Yo,
has
do
been
you
another
remember
area
that?
to take a
Yo,
real
was you
beating.
here
San
when we
Francisco's
watched the
transit agency
video in the
states large budget
Cyberpunk
gaps over
City?
$300 million annually.
Xiangdu?
This is largely
Bro,
down to a reduction in
Xiangdu. Oh my
ridership
god.
after COVID-19, with numbers
If I ever go to
currently
China,
around
I just want to
75%
visit
of
that
what they
city,
used to
dude.
be. That might not sound too bad, but if you cut off 25% of any budget, you're gonna struggle. Add on to that, fare compliance is only
Hold on
around
one
80%,
second.
and you can see why there's such a big financial black hole. California Governor Gavin Newsom recently approved a $590 million
my God, that
rescue
sneeze.
package, but that's
Alright, I'm
little
gonna
more
watch that
than
right
a
after
really,
this,
really
'cause
costly
we gotta
band-aid.
start laying down the
Downtown San
foundations
Francisco
of the city.
continues to be in real trouble, and while
Yeah,
crime,
it's
drugs, and
7:23.
homelessness might grab
I
the
gotta get
headlines,
started.
this is actually one of the city's biggest
And then, you know
concerns.
what?
Market Street, Union Square, and the financial district are the parts of San Francisco most photographed, filmed, and visited by outsiders. When those areas struggle,
yes, that
visitors
city,
travel, and empty malls and
I'm
boarded
sorry,
up storefronts
I'm
become
pronouncing
a
it
visually
wrong.
obvious sign of
That
citywide
city,
failure.
that city there,
Downtown
we watched
accounts
a
for a
video
small
on that,
fraction of San
and like
Francisco's
it's
total
built
land
into
area,
like
but
the
it dominates
mountainside
the
and
narrative.
shit,
While
and
many
it's
residential
vertical, but
neighborhoods
it's
remain
also
stable,
like
busy, and
super
low crime,
cyberpunky in some
downtown,
areas.
on the other hand, became symbolic of San Francisco's
Qingdao Beach.
nightmare
I gotta check
that
that out
the
as
city
well,
is yet
bro.
to wake up from.
I'm in awe of Chinese futuristic cities.
Long
They'll
before San
fuck your
Francisco
government.
streets
You know what I'm
became
saying?
a national talking point,
They say fuck
confidence
our
in City
government all
Hall
the time,
had
so
already
I can say
eroded,
it.
collapsed, and been replaced with a deep distrust. And look, we're not really just talking about a cash-strapped city here. We're talking about a city that spends more per resident than almost any major U.S. city as an annual budget that exceeds $14 billion. If that spending was a panacea to all of a city's problems, San Francisco would be sitting pretty, but
I'm
it's
thinking,
not.
should I add
Housing
Sully
projects
stuff,
were stalled
then
for
go
years.
into the game?
The homeless problem received a huge amount of money,
Yeah,
but didn't really improve. Public transit cut service despite urgent climate and congestion goals, while downtown deteriorated and planning debates dragged on in ways that planning debates really can.
Wait,
small problems that gradually morphed.
How do I pronounce it? Qingdao?
But let's start with the headlines.
Or is it Qingdao?
Direct hit
like it's
through
Q
a series
Xing
of high-profile
or
governance
Xing?
failures, and there were few as seedy as the case involving Mohammed Nuru, the former head of the city's public works department. Nuru was first arrested by the FBI
I
in
wanted
2020
some
on
Sully
charges
stuff,
of corruption,
right?
bribery, kickbacks, and side deals.
Let's
Basically,
go and
exactly
see if we can
what
get
you
a
imagine
Sully
a corrupt
joint.
politician
Click
or civil
Sully's.
servant is doing, and was later convicted and sentenced to 7 years. And when the details emerged, they were as unpalatable
Take
as you
that
might
from
imagine.
Sully.
A 10,000 bottle of liquor with a Chinese billionaire during a dinner party, holidays in lavish resorts where private guards waited outside Nuru's
so
room.
Qingdao. All right, bet.
Drift. And that was just the
Qingdao.
start. Sandra Zuniga, Bernard Caron, Harlan Kelly, Gerald Sanguinetti, Tom Hoy, Cyril Yu, Rodolfo Parda. Honestly, we could go on, but there's only so many corrupt officials that you can cram into a video. And it wasn't just individuals. HomeRise, a major supportive housing provider, was accused by the Comptroller's Office of wasteful spending and mismanagement while running large chunks of city-funded housing. They reportedly paid out $200,000 in bonuses, granted pay rises in the region of 20% for those at the top, and created several new corporate positions, all while San Francisco is experiencing a very real and very visible housing and homelessness crisis. The CEO of the United Council of Human Services, or UCHS, a San Francisco homeless service nonprofit, has also recently
on
been
gigabyte
charged with
internet, by the way.
misappropriating more than
I get
$1.2
not.
million in public
We'll go to
funds,
Ookla
which
speed
involved
test
paying
right
herself
now.
a sneaky
I'll
double
dox
salary.
myself and everything.
Now let's be clear.
I will show
Scandal
you
and
guys,
corruption
bro.
happen
I'm
everywhere.
on like
But
900
there
down.
seemed to be a high
You know they never give
concentration
you your full
of
gigabyte.
tomfoolery occurring in San Francisco between 2017 and
Got that.
2023, which just happened to be
that really
the
important
period
right
where
now?
the city
It's
was
not.
struggling. And people were understandably furious. Corruption cases had to be handled by the authorities, but anger was often seen through direct action, such as voting. San Francisco voters recalled 3 school board members in 2022 following public outrage over school closures and perceived mismanagement. Then a city planning supervisor the following year, and the city's district attorney, driven by concerns about prosecution policy and public safety. Then there was the fact San Francisco's bloated system of getting anything done often saw responsibility split across boards, commissions, departments, and elected officers. It took
Area bucket. We
years
need
for
area
simple
bucket.
decisions to move
Come
from
on,
one
Daddy-os.
committee to another, and in that time, because of a
I
change in
cannot do
office or
that.
a new
I would've-
direction, that
what?
initial proposal
And we
would
need
then be
parking. We
shelved.
need all the
It
dome
was
stuff. Oh,
madness.
Daddy-os,
It
we
was
need dome.
significantly amplified when
We need
stories
dome
about
stuff as
city
well.
officials
Hurry up,
lining their
load.
pockets with public funding started emerging.
Load.
But the thing we need to remember, when everything is going well, when there are plenty of jobs and the number of people smoking crack and defecating
I have
on the
like
street
a
is fairly
long
low,
day tomorrow.
people can take a scandal or two. We understand that corruption eats into politics
I'm
and
mentally
pretty much
preparing
any
myself.
sphere of power, but when you see images on the news of the Tenderloin lined with tents and drug addicts, and you find out the people supposedly charged with affecting the homeless crisis are blindly stealing,
Give me
it
that.
ain't a good mix, is it? Public trust crashed
Give
badly
me
in San
that.
Francisco,
Give
and
me
it became a
that.
conservative banner city of what happens when you let the liberals run wild. Of course, that's not to say
That was
there
crazy.
haven't been scores of corrupt Republicans. We're looking at you, George Shansos. But when you
See,
combine
like, yeah, he's
corruption
British,
with
so
very
he can
visible
play these
signs
little
of decay and
fucking
mismanagement,
third-party
it ignites fury
observationist
like nothing
politicking.
else.
Like, don't,
In March
dude.
2024, Proposition D was approved by
such an
San
asshole,
Francisco, and it tightened the city's ethics laws. As if it wasn't clear already, the amendment placed restrictions on gifts to city officials and closed loopholes that previously allowed questionable payments and favors. It also strengthened anti-bribery rules, making it easier to prosecute attempts to influence city decisions through money or perks. Disclosure rules also changed, forcing officials to report more personal and financial conflicts. Much of this may have seemed absurdly common sense to most people, but as we've seen, these grey areas provided just enough deniability for many a city official. But if you ever need an example of just
And
how
that means I
peculiar
gotta
the
go
human race
through,
can
like,
be,
every,
these
like,
anti-corruption
free
measures
hour I
passed
get
with 88% in favor,
my other
which is
play
high.
sets and just take
But
out
what
any
are the other
low
12%
fucking bit
voting against
mod.
it for? As is often
Damn,
the case
bro.
in San Francisco,
They
things
make
can
it
be
so hard to
confusing.
want to explore.
But as with
All
many
right,
aspects
also,
of the
we gotta go
story,
look at the
things
gray
are
mouth
changing.
map and see
Over the
what we
last
can
2
do
years,
there.
leadership has moved toward clearer priorities: public order, housing delivery, and administrative follow-through. Messaging has become more direct, sometimes blunt, about
I don't
past
think-
failures.
let me see
Enforcement actions have increased, and performance metrics are referenced more often.
Parking lots,
This has
do
not
we want those?
restored
Not
full
right now.
trust, but it has altered expectations.
Lumina, we don't
Polls
want
show
that.
an improvement in residents' confidence
Train
and quality
ride,
of
we don't
life
want
ratings.
anything
The
from this
recalls have
nigga.
shown politicians politicians and city officials in San Francisco.
And I don't give a
If
fuck.
you screw around, you're out. There's still a long way to go. But the best way to rebuild trust seems to be to pull the city out of its recent malaise and get it back on track. So now that we've looked at all these factors, where does that leave us? Is San Francisco the liberal dream turned fentanyl-laced dystopian nightmare that many try to portray it as? Or is it right-wing sensationalist news reporting that only focuses on the negatives? Well, neither. Firstly, it's important to highlight that
damn, that's 200 megabytes. Fuck.
7 years ago.
My bad. I'm sorry. All right.
Like every city, every town.
What? How?
San Francisco's
How?
And the footage of endless rows of tents
What the
by
fuck?
would-be thieves from 2018 to 2023 isn't necessarily accurate today. Of course, homelessness, crime, housing inequality, drug addiction, and corruption, but the city is slowly making progress on most of those fronts, albeit at a slow rate in some cases. Crime continues to trend downwards. Homelessness too is inching down, though it remains higher than many would like, and the police are taking a much more proactive approach to enforcement that most would agree was badly needed during the worst days. Drug overdoses are down, as they are across the United States, but drug use has remained relatively steady since 2021.
Are we good?
In these respects, San Francisco is following the general trend across the nation. A February 2026 poll showed 64% of residents feel the city is on the right track,
I will get back to building
previous year, which is quite a remarkable jump. But there are obvious and sizable obstacles to overcome. Of all the problems that San Francisco has faced, the housing crisis,
I gotta switch the color of
and the tech disparity, they're not the sexiest. These news stories are far less gripping or repulsive than those.
I love water mirror services.
The impending zombie homeless apocalypse. But these are the real issues.
Bro, I gotta get water surfaces, definitely. When I want to build like custom pools and I want to like fake it
further and further
instead of doing like real water, I do need to add those back in.
Continues to grow.
Have you had any issues at all with that?
Perilously close to a nightmare.
If you haven't, I may look into getting it
backing away
when the city gets bigger.
But is also far from sunshine and rainbows. The city still faces stark problems that may well redefine its very soul. Like other cities across the US and the world, it is undergoing a gentrification transformation. The San Francisco of the past is probably never coming back. But if you look at how major cities have evolved, this is how it's always been. Thank you for watching.
You did say water mirror. Alright, guess what? I'm already here. So we got that. We gotta get the farming services by Bro Man. Fuck, Daddy-Os. I'm so sorry. We will. Damn. And it's... You know what? I gotta use everything. So everything I've been downloading, I gotta use it. Maybe I sneak a little longer. We'll see what the missus say. You feel me? Oh, yeah. No. The missus is actually saying, yeah, nah, niggas, nah. Yeah. So, we gotta get building soon. And we'll just add little by little. Alright, I keep saying that, and then I don't do that. You can tell it's real because, like... Next video. Yes, sir. Thank you. Oh yeah, we're gonna do your video. Let's go. Now look, Realm. I am not for propaganda, okay? I will call out any propaganda I see. So they better tell the truth too. My God, that building is beautiful. All right, all the propaganda. You see that building? Did y'all see that building just now?
Only decades ago, it was still largely rural, lagging far behind in advanced technologies.
What?
Today, it operates.
But how many Uyghurs built that?
Scale.
Let me know.
One where the future is not anticipated.
My God, look at the little spaghetti. Oh my God.
City after city has
No, I'll play the sound.
Replacing horizontal growth.
It's alright. I did the precursor so that people know, like, hey, I'm watching it for educational purposes, not to push the propaganda.
On the ground, high-speed rail lines now span the nation. Collapsing distances that once defined regional separation.
Also, the city's
where
name
the
is going to
land
be
resists
Yuzu Cove.
engineering
Okay, Daddy-o?
advances. Expressways cross mountain ranges on bridges that set new world
Fucking
records for
God.
height and span.
Oh my God.
Entire deserts have been converted into fields of solar panels,
Smart as fuck.
turning emptiness into energy at continental scale.
Continent.
In China,
Oh, shit.
futuristic forms are no longer confined to
Shao
concept art.
King or
They
Shao
are
Queen
built,
or Shao Shin?
inhabited, and
I
quickly
don't even know.
normalized.
That's so fire. All right, we're gonna look at Greymouth.
In this environment, a bridge breaking global records or a
I don't know how.
skyscraper redefining height is not an endpoint,
Greymouth, New
but a stepping
Zealand.
stone toward the next benchmark.
Oh yeah, we're doing Rafting Man.
Like the rest of the country, for much of the 20th century,
Let's see.
Shanghai's skyline was not a forest of towers, but a disciplined horizontal
Enable
line
anarchy.
along the Huangpu River.
Bulldozer, better bulldozer, recolor. Okay.
The Bund defined it. A procession of neoclassical and Art Deco buildings stood shoulder to shoulder, facing the water.
Don't everybody play at like 60? So what? I don't know.
Completed
cool.
in 1927, the
Daddy-os,
Customs
I'm
House's
not sure if you
clock
guys
tower
are
reached
familiar
approximately
with this.
300 feet, becoming
Let me
the
see
city's
something.
dominant vertical reference point.
Nope.
For decades, this was as tall as Shanghai dared to go. Beyond the Bund, the city spread outward in low-rise
Check the map out,
neighborhoods.
Daddy-os. Okay. I think we're good.
That restraint ended decisively in the 1990s when Shanghai turned its attention east across the river to Pudong.
No way. You're gonna don't make me restart the whole game. Don't make me restart the whole game.
The signal was unmistakable. The Oriental Pearl TV Tower.
No way. Okay. Whew. All
Finished
right.
in 1994, it was not just tall, it was unapologetically futuristic. Concrete columns supported a sequence of pink-hued
Now let's
spheres,
go new game.
inspired by a classical Chinese poem
Daddy-o!
comparing falling pearls to jade plates.
No, it was. I thought it was always. Was
Observation
editor
decks
under
offered
Paradox
views no
Mods
Shanghainese had ever
before
experienced.
and then above options?
The Bund reduced to a line of
I don't know.
stone facades.
Maybe they did. I'm not sure.
The next phase replaced symbolism with scale. In
Okay,
1999,
okay.
The Jin Mao Tower was
Interesting.
completed,
Yo, Numis, I gotta start a new city because all my cities are broken.
rising about 1,400 feet over 88 floors.
So we're gonna go normal mode.
Its design fused
We're gonna
modern
go
engineering
custom.
with traditional Chinese proportions.
Let's look at this. Let's look at this, Dario.
A tiered form based on
We
the
will
number
name
8, long
this-
associated with prosperity.
No, bro. The last.
A
There
decade
was
later, in 2008, directly
the
beside it,
update
the Shanghai
where
World
they
Financial
fucked up the
Center opened at
visuals.
approximately
Already had fucked up
1,600 feet.
the save for Buena Vista just a little bit. Then what ended up happening is
with its
the-
trapezoidal aperture near the
the
top,
last
engineered
update.
to reduce wind pressure
A
and
lot
structural
of
load,
creators
it earned the
switched their
nickname
apps to
the
be
bottle opener.
not code apps but asset apps, and because I had the old ones, they just wasn't playing nice even with
Upon
StarQ's
completion,
asset
it was the
migration
second
utility.
tallest building in the
So
world,
Tygon
a
stuff has
technical
been giving me an
achievement that
issue
placed
the whole
Shanghai
time.
firmly at the forefront
So yeah,
of super
dude.
tall construction.
We will name this Yuzu.
Yet even that title
Cove.
proved temporary.
North American.
In 2015,
we don't
the
want to do
Shanghai
unlock
Tower
all. We don't want to do
surpassed them
unlimited
all.
money. We don't want to do that either. We're gonna play the game legitly.
At about 2,100 feet with 128 floors,
Yeah,
it became
dude.
the
So like
tallest
right
building
now,
in China.
especially with Tygons, Buena Vista is heavily relied
Its
on
defining
with
feature
Tygon
is not
stuff.
just height,
And
but
Wolf
form.
had said that he switched the stuff out, but we were having performance issues since that
A
patch that
twisting,
fucked up the
asymmetrical
visuals.
cylinder that rotates roughly 120 degrees as it rises.
Yeah, to see it. I know they put out something. TDW put out something for Sky today, but yeah, it's insane, bro. I feel so fucking bad. CS1 is supposed to be the game everybody can roll back on. You feel me? Oh, let me take off my Sky window, by the way.
While wind turbines near the crown contribute to on-site power generation.
All right, so it was 2 days ago. Sick.
What is striking is how quickly the extraordinary became normal. Shanghai's development shifted from height alone to texture and experimentation.
All right, Daddy.
One of the most telling examples is the 1,000 Trees project.
This is interesting. Okay. This is the whole map?
The complex replaces a former industrial site with terraced concrete columns planted with hundreds of trees.
All right, this is a map.
Offices,
My
retail,
God.
and public spaces are embedded within a structure that looks like a constructed hillside.
Oh, we do got tree controller, right? I think we do. Oh, that's why the game is acting a little bit funny.
Ambition,
all of these fucking trees.
Deepwater port reveals how that ambition is made
Alright, this is actually a cute ass map, though.
It's the largest and busiest container port on Earth.
This is marshland.
A logistical machine that has ranked first globally since 2010.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Each year, it handles more than 47 million containers.
Do I want to start building here?
Moving goods between China's industrial heartland and markets across every continent.
Beach. What are you
Constructed on a group of small islands, Yangshan allows the world's largest.
Okay, so that's an airport. All right, hold on. Hold the fuck up. Okay.
Much of the terminal
if I was to
operates
put
with
industry,
minimal human presence.
Marina. It is telling me
Automated
where to
guided
go
vehicles,
so much.
robotic cranes, and AI-driven
That bothers me a
scheduling
little
systems
bit.
coordinate container movements with precision measured in seconds.
There's a bypass meant here.
Connecting this offshore port to the mainland is the 20-mile-long Donghai Bridge that links
I could have
Yangshan
several
directly
different
to
towns.
Shanghai's Pudong district.
Now, if I wanted to do ship faring,
another sprawling metropolis, Beijing, is both a forward-facing capital and a repository of more than 3 millennia of history.
Like for boats and shit.
Here, futuristic development does not replace the past. It rises beside it, often in deliberate contrast.
Maybe here? I don't know, dude. I could make that like an Air Force base.
That tension is most clearly expressed in the CCTV headquarters, completed in 2012 in Beijing's Central Business District. Designed by OMA, the building rejects the conventional vertical skyscraper altogether.
Alright, we can actually have suburbs up here. I'm not mad at this.
Loop.
Right? Suburbs up there with a train station,
by a dramatic
maybe.
cantilevered section more than 250 feet above the ground.
And then a main street, 2 main streets. I see a national park over here.
It is a statement. Beijing is willing to redefine what a landmark can be.
Some towers over here, maybe. All right.
The city made a similar declaration on the global stage in 2008 when it hosted the Summer Olympic Games.
I need to switch the time.
The National Stadium, widely known as the Bird's Nest, seats approximately 91,000 spectators and is wrapped in an intricate lattice of exposed steel.
Urban promenades, yes.
The seemingly chaotic structure is,
Great Mountain.
In fact,
this is Greymouth, actually. Greymouth, New Zealand.
Seismic forces while eliminating the need for internal columns.
Dude, my God.
Beyond these global icons, Beijing's futurism often appears in commercial and residential districts.
The fucking neighborhoods that can be built out here.
Wenji Soho
really
and Galaxy
is.
Soho,
This is
designed
a
by
map.
Zaha Hadid Architects, exemplify this shift.
All right, let's go.
comprising fluid, asymmetrical towers. The complexes abandon rigid lines
I need to get the lighting right.
Smooth forms. Yet for all its experimentation, Beijing remains anchored by its historical core. At the center lies the Forbidden City. Constructed in the early 15th century during the Ming Dynasty, the complex covers nearly 180 acres and contains close to 1,000 buildings aligned along a strict north-south axis that reflects ancient cosmological principles. Unlike many Chinese cities that look south or east, Harbin has always faced north, oriented towards Siberia and its extreme climate.
Summer, no clouds.
Winters here are not incidental, they are defining. Temperatures routinely fall well below freezing, and the Songhua River walks into
did not mean to do that. So sorry, yo. That's a little bit too dark,
conditions,
right?
Harbin turned them into spectacle. Since 1985, the International Ice Festival has transformed the city each winter into one of the most surreal urban environments on Earth.
I think I like the vegetation in spring.
Covering hundreds of acres.
I know Harbin, the Ice
festival
City,
features
yes.
Massive structures carved from ice blocks cut directly from the frozen river.
You know what, Numis? You're absolutely right, but this is why we're going to do this. You know how we do it. It's going to be the most detailed city, bro.
Towers and cityscapes rise from the ground.
Is it going to switch
illuminated
to trees?
at night with programmable LED lighting.
So, we keep this as the main boulevard.
Hangzhou is found along the Qiantang
This
River,
wraps
where the
around
Olympic
this whole
Sports
piece
Expo
here.
Center anchors the city's contemporary
Comes up
skyline.
around here. It is taboo. That would be taboo, but in the future, I can see them building a road.
Completed for the 2022 Asian Games, the complex includes stadiums,
so let's do that.
arenas, and exhibition halls designed at metropolitan scale.
And let's actually go medium. I don't have trees or nothing yet. Damn, we don't got none of that.
Its centerpiece, the main stadium, often compared to a blooming lotus, seats approximately 80,000 spectators.
Something like this, this, and this.
Rising nearby is the Greenland Hangzhou Center, the tallest building in the city and a defining marker of its vertical ambitions.
Beautiful.
Standing at almost 1,000 feet, the Twin Towers are a key component of a recently
I don't know how I feel about that being called the Twin Towers, but you know, we ball.
The iconic wing-shaped form is derived from the first letter H of the pinyin of Hangzhou, which symbolizes the city's harmony and beauty. Yet another of the city's most distinctive landmarks is the Hangzhou Intercontinental Hotel.
Let me see something. How do we
instantly recognizable by its golden egg-shaped form. The hotel rises above the riverfront like a polished artifact from the future.
And then over here...
Officially opened in 2010, its elliptical design breaks sharply from conventional hotel architecture.
Let's go 90...
Spanning about 22 miles, the Hangzhou Bay Bridge links the industrial and financial hubs of Shanghai and Ningbo. Before, trips that now take just over an hour could require more than 4 hours by traditional roads and ferries. Completed in 2008, the Hangzhou Bay Bridge was designed to confront both scale and environment. Engineers employed deep pile foundations and aerodynamic design to ensure stability and longevity.
I can hear music in the background. We're watching a video right now.
Every span was optimized to withstand not only the natural forces, but also the immense weight
it's not as
of
I wanted it to be more
heavy
bright.
traffic. Suzhou has always existed between two worlds. For centuries, it was defined by water, a dense lattice of canals that earned it the name Venice of the East.
Oh no, I don't want it to rain. Why? Don't rain. We're not doing this right now.
Today, it stands at the edge of China's most advanced
I think this looks so
corridor,
dumb.
with some of the country's
Some of
most
it looks
ambitious
dumb. Let's
contemporary
take this
architecture. Along Jinji Lake, Suzhou's modern skyline has taken shape. Dominating it is the Gate of the Orient. Completed in 2016, rising about 990 feet. The structure forms a monumental arch. Two towers joined at the top, framing the lake and the city beyond.
Alright, this is
frequently compared to a giant gateway or even a stylized opening.
I can deal with that.
The building was designed as a symbolic entrance to the new central business district. Nearby, scale replaces symbolism. The Suzhou International Finance Square rises approximately 1,500 feet.
Something like that. Real easy, real basic shit.
Completed in the early 2020s, its sleek, tapering form reflects the region's shift toward high-value development.
I want to give me this.
Yet Suzhou's identity cannot be understood through glass and steel alone.
No! Why would you?
A short distance away lies Zhouzhuang,
God damn it.
one of China's best preserved traditional water towns.
Excusez-moi.
With a history stretching back more than 900 years,
I be thinking I be
Zhouzhuang
clicking that and I don't be clicking it, bro.
Canals,
that actually
lined
pisses
with
me
whitewashed
off greatly.
walls and spanned by stone bridges.
Right.
In southwestern China, the land is defined by deep gorges and rivers that cut hundreds of feet below the plateau. To build modern road networks here, engineers abandoned conventional thinking and turned to extreme elevation, long-span bridges.
Let me see what this looks like. All right, do me one favor. Ignore
this. The benchmark
this.
was the Beipanjiang Bridge, spanning a gorge on the Guizhou-Yunnan border.
I can fix that. You know what? Don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. I'm gonna fix it right now. Give me a regular road.
When it opened, its roadway sat about 1,850 feet above the river, making it the highest bridge in the world by vertical clearance at the time.
Do multi-tool.
It demonstrated that full-scale expressways could operate safely at extreme elevations, transforming a slow, hazardous mountain crossing into a matter of seconds.
Let me see one more thing.
Beipanjiang changed expectations, and then those expectations were pushed even further.
Let's do something. Do we? Oh, I don't have none of my tools. Oh, I don't have none of my tools.
Is marked by the Huajian Grand Canyon
we gotta
Bridge,
rock out.
which is now
Let's
taken
leave
the
that
record.
for right now. We will come back and fix that. I also want to make this much
Crossing the
better
Huajian River in
gradual
Guizhou,
decline.
the bridge carries an expressway at a height exceeding 2,000 feet above
We will
the
put
canyon
our first
floor.
neighborhood right over here.
In Hunan Province, another engineering marvel.
And then I'll do a
the
shopping
Aijai
mall
Bridge
probably between
combines
here.
structural
I
daring
think that's
with
cute.
visual drama.
I need this, no this, that.
suspended about 1,150 feet above the canyon. It carries an expressway between tunnels drilled straight into opposing mountain faces. The bridge's steel box girder deck is supported by massive cables, while its approaches disappear almost immediately into mountainside portals.
Yes, sir. And then flatten, take that down by a little bit.
Positioned on the Haihei River, Tianjin expresses its ambition not only through finance and commerce, but through daring feats of engineering.
Thank you. You'll see what I'm going to do here, Daddios.
The Tianjin Eye, a 400-foot tall Ferris wheel, is constructed directly above the Yongle Bridge.
Do this. Take this down.
Each of the 48 fully enclosed capsules carries visitors over the Haihei River, providing panoramic views of the city's skyline. At night, the wheel transforms into a glowing beacon.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes.
Its LEDs choreographed to create patterns of color and movement.
I'll even pull it up right about here. You'll see what I'm going to do. You'll see. You'll see, Daddios. For right now...
A few kilometers away, the Chifeng Bridge stretches across the river, connecting residential and logistics districts. Rising above its center is a glass observation tower, offering visitors a 360-degree view of the riverfront.
Yes, sir.
Beyond the city limits, Tianjin has embraced a different kind of futurism: solar energy. Expansive photovoltaic farms stretch across reclaimed industrial land and agricultural edges.
Make a road right here. We're gonna go all the way. Let me see.
These fields produce thousands of megawatt hours annually. Supplying both industrial zones and reducing the city's carbon emissions. Many of the installations incorporate bifacial panels,
and then
capable of capturing reflected light from the ground, and are monitored with AI-driven systems.
Yeah, let's do an alley road right over there.
At the center of Shenzhen's vertical ambition,
that is a beautiful ass building. Hold on,
let
me make sure I can see that in the big screen. All right.
Completed in 2017, it rises almost 2,000 feet, over 115 floors, making it the second tallest building in China and the fourth tallest in the world.
Fourth tallest in the world, goddamn.
Designed by Cone
honest,
Pedersen
I
Fox,
have not heard about
its
that
tapering
building
profile
at all,
reduces
dude.
wind pressure while maximizing usable floor space. Nearby, the Shenzhen Civic Center forms the city's administrative
why would you do that?
heart.
Why would you do that? Why would you slop?
Its striking horizontal roofline references a bird in flight.
Oh, because I had to... Alright, I know why that was doing that now.
A metaphor for the city's speed, openness, and forward motion. At night, the roof is illuminated with LED arrays that trace the building's silhouette, creating a sprawling beacon.
And then what I want to do is...
Further south, in Nanshan District, the Galaxy World Towers rise as a pair of mixed-use, super tall structures.
Oh, alright, I know those towers. I've seen those before.
The volumetric concept presents the towers as bamboo shoots, integrating them into a green urban valley that stretches to the nearby mountains. A three-dimensional city in the sky designed to accommodate nearly 30,000 people. In Shenzhen, a global technology capital, even public transport is treated as a testing ground for the future.
So if
the
I go
BYD SkyRail system is a product of that mindset.
Yes.
A transit project that sits somewhere between monorail and urban prototype.
I don't have the Australian houses, right?
Unlike conventional metros, which require extensive tunneling, SkyRail is designed to be built above ground on slim viaducts.
These are by 2x2s.
The system uses
monorail
rubber-tired
me want to go back out to grab some
allowing
assets.
trains to handle tight curves
but we can also
and steeper gradients than traditional rail.
I know, because they have 1x2. Okay. Actually, or do I want these to be... Nah,
this makes it particularly suited to complex urban environments like Shenzhen.
Yeah, I know what I want. All right.
Where existing infrastructure leave little room for straight alignments.
Not the gable roofs. These are only 2x2, right? All right, that's fine. All right, you got it. You got it.
Once known as Canton to foreign traders, Guangzhou has long been China's gateway to the world. Here, futurism is not simply a visual statement, it is a working part of the urban fabric.
I didn't know they gave you a pre-zone. How do I take the...
Rising
2,000
feet,
I actually don't
was
like
the
that.
tallest in China at the time and remains one of the tallest in the world. The tower's signature slender waist creates a twisting, hourglass-like silhouette that appears to defy gravity.
Yeah, because they do end up evolving into better houses. Okay.
At night, the tower's LED facade transforms it into a beacon visible across the city, with programmable lights reflecting artistic displays.
I forgot. I didn't set up anything. We have nothing yet. All right. My bad, dudes. My bad.
Along the riverbank stands one of Guangzhou's most unconventional landmarks. The Guangzhou Circle.
They're telling me that this used to be a bridge.
Created by Italian architect Joseph Di Pasquale, the building forms a perfect ring, earning it the nickname the Golden Coin. The design references an ancient Chinese jade disc, symbolizing prosperity and continuity.
Constant slope.
While also aligning visually with the nearby Pearl River to frame the water within its circular void. The Lieda Bridge is another testament to Guangzhou's combination of engineering and elegance.
That's gorgeous as fuck, bro.
Opened in 2009,
let's grab a water tower first.
Measures about 2,100 feet at its main span.
We need like a really... I like this water tower. I've used it before.
Linking Zhejiang New Town with the Haizhu district. Its central pylon, rising 419 feet, anchors a web of steel cables arranged in a fan pattern.
There we go.
Creating a signature visual
let's
rhythm.
go to electricity. Do we have any power lines out here?
Completing this modern quartet is Infinitus Plaza, the headquarters complex of the Infinitus Group.
Let's go to electricity.
Designed by Zaha Hadid Architects, the project consists of two fluid, interconnected buildings linked by elevated bridges.
Wait, what the fuck was that? Is that a lighthouse? Oh, it's a lighthouse. Okay. So this doesn't have
with
electricity.
More skyscrapers than any other city
so
on
we have
Earth,
to produce
well
our
over
own,
9,000 buildings
fine.
exceeding 330 feet. Hong Kong's skyline is a continuous wall of height.
Yeah.
Land scarcity forced it to grow upward early. long before vertical living became a global trend.
I'm going to make this industry, so yeah, this is fine. All right.
One of the most striking expressions of this density is the Yikcheong, better known as the monster building.
Wow, actually, where's the wind? I didn't check. Oh, I'm totally not doing this right.
Constructed in the 1960s as a mixed-use residential complex, it consists of 5 interconnected blocks, forming a tight internal courtyard.
Nope.
Apartments are compact, balconies are narrow, and windows face each other across minimal distance.
Dude, this is actually a really, really interesting map. So there.
At the opposite end of the architectural spectrum stands the International Finance Center.
Let's go big. I didn't even know we get small ones.
A symbol of Hong Kong's role as a global financial hub.
No, that's not going to be enough.
The taller of its 2 towers, IFC2, rises 1,365 feet, making it one of the tallest buildings in the world at the time of its completion in 2003.
Yo, that's kind of fucked up.
It houses multinational banks and corporate headquarters, while its lower levels integrate direct connections to
what is that, 75? All right, I guess you win. We're gonna have to zone our lives away.
Hong Kong's double-decker trams, operating continuously since 1904, are among the oldest electric tram systems in the world. Running along the northern shore of Hong Kong Island, they remain a practical commuter option rather than a novelty.
There we go.
Complementing them is one of the world's most efficient
metro systems. I could have sworn I was on constant
systems,
slope, so why did it not go? Great.
Where trains arrive with near clockwork precision.
This is what we're gonna do.
When one of the world's most dangerous airports, Kai Tak, closed in 1998, it left behind a vast expanse of prime waterfront land.
That's crazy dope.
Today, the area is being redeveloped into a new urban district, featuring residential towers, sports facilities, and even cruise terminals.
Go. Sorry, Dadios. We're gonna make this work.
Replacing noise and risk with public space and connectivity, turning a former constraint into an opportunity. That transition was made possible by the opening of Hong Kong International Airport. Built entirely on reclaimed land.
Beautiful. That's nice. That's nice.
It operates with 3 long runways
so
capable of handling even the largest aircraft.
We're gonna lose so much
consistently
fucking money.
ranks among the busiest airports globally.
That's 100K? Turbines.
From the airport, the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge stretches across the Pearl River Delta.
It gives us a little
When it
jump
opened in 2018, it immediately became the longest sea-crossing bridge and tunnel system in the world.
It doesn't need to be connected to anything, right? It should produce power
with
for
a total length of approximately 34
Dude, where
miles.
are
It
the
consists
power
of
lines
long
in this bitch?
viaduct bridges and a 4.2-mile
There's
underwater
no power
tunnel
lines there?
designed to allow uninterrupted maritime
Damn,
traffic.
this is a tough map. Okay. Cute. And I could have just put Star Q's joint down and called it a day, but I'm not going to do
part
that.
of the roadway beneath the sea, lowering massive tunnel section into a dredged trench with millimeter-level precision.
All right, let's come over here. We have electricity, water. We need outlet. Oh, we also need that wiring.
On the western end of the bridge, in Zhuhai, spreads Chimelong Ocean Kingdom. One of the largest marine theme parks in the world. Opened in 2014, the park spans hundreds of acres on Hengqin Island and is organized around massive purpose-built environments. The centerpiece attractions include some of the largest aquariums on Earth, holding tens of millions of gallons of seawater.
Our network should be almost connected, because then that's connected to that, which
the park's
is connected
iconic
to that,
whale shark aquarium uses large
acrylic
viewing panels,
so
engineered
that's
to withstand immense water pressure.
I don't want to mess up our water.
Closer to the urban core, Zhuhai's
cultural I'm going to mess up our water. This looks like more industrial pipage.
Completed in 2017, the complex sites on Yeli Island just offshore, connected to the mainland by a curving causeway. Its design features two asymmetrical shell-like volumes rising from the water, often compared to seashells or moons.
Shit waterfront, you feel me? Nor do I want the water over here to be
diluted. The larger hall seats over 1,500 people, while the smaller theater supports experimental performances.
Yeah. No, but that's supposed to be like a public
Macau
park.
is often described as the Las Vegas of Asia.
Sucks.
Yet that comparison only tells part of the story.
Alright,
For more than 4 centuries, Macau was
because it needs to go
colony,
out into regular water
in order
for
ended only in 1999.
Yeah, alright.
Along the Cotai
it has
Strip,
to go here. I'm sorry.
Casino resorts
are
I'm
so sorry.
Fact, self-contained cities. The Venetian Macau replicate the famous Italian city, complete with canals and gondolas.
Wait a second.
Nearby, the Parisian introduces a half-scale replica of the Eiffel Tower.
That's beautiful. That looks like the Grand Dynasty Hotel,
on the other side of the road, at the Londoner, you can see a copy of Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament.
Alright, that should end up working out for us.
Among these landmarks, the Grand Lisboa stands apart.
Wait, is the electricity not getting over here? Hold up.
Completed in 2007, the tower's unique form is inspired by a lotus flower unfolding upward in a burst of reflective gold and glass.
Oh, I was under the wrong impression. All right, come over here.
Designed to dominate the skyline, the building merges hotel, casino, and entertainment space into a single
and then it's
vertical
electricity,
composition.
Right?
At night, its LED lit exterior becomes one of the most recognizable silhouettes.
What the hell kind of building
Pearl
is that?
River Delta.
Is the sewage not going to work there?
Chengdu, the capital of Sichuan province, has long been associated with tea house culture and slow living. Yet in recent years, the city has emerged as one of China's most important inland centers for advanced technology.
Dude.
A clear symbol of this shift is the Tianfu International Financial Center, dominated by its recently completed Twin Towers.
That is connected, right?
Their glass facades are integrated with full building LED lighting systems.
Oh, it's not.
Allowing the towers to function as illuminated markers. Lighting programs shift with citywide celebrations, transforming the financial district into a luminous nighttime skyline.
All right, as long as those warnings are off, perfect. Let's build our houses.
On a larger scale stands the New Century Global Center, a structure that challenges conventional definitions of architecture. Completed in 2013, it spans roughly 18
I don't want
million
it to
square
snap
feet,
too much. I want it to
making it
snap
the
to the sides
largest
of the
building
road.
in the world by floor
Let's see
area.
if I don't. Okay, sick. Yeah, give me that.
Stretching nearly
Though
1,650
maybe I
feet
should
in
have
length,
had it so
it was
that I
engineered to
can
accommodate
place
tens of thousands of
what I
people
wanna place on
into
there.
a single climate-controlled megastructure. Chengdu's modernization is equally visible along its waterways. Anshun Bridge, crossing the Jin River,
That's
blends
beautiful.
historical reference with contemporary urban design.
That's so fire.
While the site traces its origins back more than 1,000 years, the present structure integrates modern lighting and riverfront planning. At night, illuminated pavilions and reflections on the water turn the river into a visual spectacle.
Now, what I want to do is...
Environmental stewardship is central to Chengdu's global identity, as the city is synonymous with the giant panda. The Chengdu research base of giant panda breeding
I'm trying
is
to
one of the
figure out
world's
how I
most
want this road
important
network
conservation centres for the species. Established in the late 1980s, it has played a key role in increasing panda populations worldwide, contributing to the species removal from the endangered category. Sitting at the geographic heart of China, Wuhan in recent decades evolved into a laboratory for modern urban development.
That was not
Optics
bad.
Valley Square sits atop one of Wuhan's busiest metro interchanges and
It's
functions
crazy
as a
the way we can talk about
multi-level
Wuhan
urban
now.
node.
Nobody knew what Wuhan was, Daddy.
At night,
Nobody.
programmable lighting projected on large format LED screens and illuminated facades turn the area into a digital cityscape. Surrounding the square are hundreds of research institutes and technology firms working in optics, developing AI and advanced manufacturing.
Something like that. Take that down
On a
little
monumental commercial scale stands Dream Plaza Mall, one of the
We're
largest
probably
shopping
losing hella
complexes
money
in China.
Yeah, that's fine.
Recently opened mixed-use building features 13 floors, over 1,000 stores, 200 restaurants, and a theme park. With a total floor area exceeding 5 million square feet, the mall functions more like an indoor city than a conventional shopping centre. Wuhan's role in national history is preserved at the 1911 Revolution Museum, dedicated to the Wuchang uprising that ignited the fall of the Qing dynasty. A dynamic contemporary design with tilted forms and sweeping roofs symbolizes the revolution's upheaval and spirit.
Thank you.
A red and black palette for struggle and a new republic, while its folded, textured facade alludes subtly to ancient Chu state architecture.
Let me see. Do
Balancing
I like
the
this?
city's density and intensity is East Lake Cherry Blossom
I personally
Park,
think I don't like this.
part of the largest urban lake system in China.
That's much better.
In spring, thousands of cherry trees bloom along winding paths and waterfront promenades. During peak bloom, the park becomes one of central China's most photographed landscapes, offering a powerful contrast to the surrounding megacity.
Now over
Dominating
here.
Nanjing's skyline is Zifeng Tower, Nanjing's most prominent vertical landmark.
Can I make that look better, please and thank you?
Rising approximately 1,500 feet with 89 floors, it remains the tallest building in the city.
All right,
and
not
the
mad
entire
at that.
Jiangsu
Sick.
province.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, Daddios. That's cooking.
At night, carefully controlled lighting highlights the
here,
tower's geometry.
Let me see. If I go back to that parcel shit, right? Parses, open up.
Ensuring it remains
I don't want to do that, but I
visual
just want
anchor
place. Then
after
you just let me
dark.
place, right? Why are you doing that? I don't want you to have any category. Stop. How about
Stretching
this?
across the Jiajiang River in Hexi Newtown is the Nanjing Eye.
Why would you pre-zone? Hold on, let me see. Can I take pre-zone off?
Completed in 2014,
Let's go look at some settings.
it spans roughly
I'm not liking that pre-zone
2,700
shit.
feet, making it one of the longest
So, here,
pedestrian
let me
bridges
see.
in the region.
Standard tooltip, not to show unit measurements, please and thank you. Plop the globals.
Its defining feature is a pair of
lock,
enormous
yes, sir.
oval steel rings that rise above
Tree
the deck,
controller, forest, yes. Simple.
supporting the
Weather
bridge
anarchy,
through
what is
inclined
this?
cables.
We won't touch that.
The design
Platter.
emphasizes motion and lightness,
Auto enable, I
allowing
don't know.
pedestrians to
Advanced,
feel suspended
no.
above the water.
General.
Anchoring the
okay,
riverfront is the Hexi Twin
that's
Towers,
not-
part of the
it's not what I
Nanjing
wanted.
International Youth
It's not what I
Cultural
wanted.
Center.
It's really not, but alright, whatever.
The design draws
Is there
inspiration
no,
from
like,
Yunjin
this-
silk weaving with continuous linear bands flowing across facades.
Thank you. Who the fuck are you? Alright, let's come back over
The result
here.
is a sense of movement and continuity.
Is it control? No. Alt.
As if the
Shift
buildings
control.
were pulled upward from the river itself.
Yeah, have a setback.
Nearby,
especially
the
right here on
Zendai
that hill.
Himalaya Center
Thank
introduces
you.
a radically different
And then
architectural
over
language.
here, no, we're gonna put trees and ting here. We're gonna put trees in. We could do like a little cliffside.
Designed by MAD
I didn't get to cliffs yet,
architects,
though, but
the
that's something
complex
we can look
rejects
into.
rigid verticality in favor of flowing
I
mountain-like
could do like a
forms.
little walkway because they're using the walkway already. So
Buildings
maybe
appear
a staircase
sculpted
over
rather
here
than
too.
assembled.
all right, so then let's come over here.
Wrapped in white louvers that cascade like frozen waterfalls.
Thank you.
Beyond the city's glass and steel, Nushu Mountain Buddhist Culture Park integrates contemporary design into a natural hillside setting.
Thank you. Something like that.
Its centerpiece, Foding Palace, is built partly underground within a former quarry
All right, beautiful. Now come over here.
and houses the world's only known Buddha parietal relic.
We'll go zoning. We will go broke people.
Domed forms,
people
ceremonial
here.
corridors, and vast interior chambers
Now
are
we will
organized
get platter
around
again.
symbolic geometry.
Because again, you're gonna see me do my quick build.
Changsha's Meixihu New City represents one of the most ambitious examples of contemporary urban
There we
planning in
go.
central China.
Baby, can I ask you to do me a big favor?
Built around an artificial lake covering roughly 3.2
Can
square miles,
you
Meixihu is a carefully
Make me an iced
orchestrated
coffee?
urban composition.
The ice is in the freezer. Be careful because I broke the plastic bin. I gotta get a new one. Because I was trying to make the ice like, break apart.
Curving
and I hit it.
waterfront promenades,
plastic was frozen,
pedestrian
so it
bridges,
broke
and
plastic 'cause
layered
it's
public
frozen.
terraces soften the
Yeah,
scale
you'll see
of
yeah.
surrounding
Just
high
so you can scoop me
rises.
some ice in a cup. Can you give me the Daredevil? I mean, not the Daredevil cup. The Deadpool and Wolverine cup.
Signature
Also,
buildings
Maya,
include
the Mrs.
International
brought blunts.
Culture
Let me
and
know when you're
Arts Center,
ready. Alright,
whose
Daddios.
flowing organic forms appear carved by
So this is what's
wind
gonna happen.
and
Realm.
water.
Realm. This video's cool.
At the
We're
center
almost
of
done.
Meixihu's identity are
I
its
can't
large
survive
scale-
15 minutes. It is mad fucking beautiful though. I need some music. So I am gonna apologize right the fuck now. But we gotta get building, and I need some oomph in my life. You figure deal me? Much love, Daddy-o.
Home is the future.
YouTube. There's nobody on YouTube anymore. I'm sorry, YouTube. What we're gonna do is add in some musica. We are going to chill hoppy, make sure that we're dowdies. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Chill hop. It's either that, because I was going to play the video game music, but I'm like, nah, I need some oomph. So we're going to do that. And then here, we're going to do browser. We're going to do browser for all inputs off. We are going to do this, yes. And we are about to rock, Daddy-o. Let's lock the fuck in. I'm so used to my mic not being here, bro. Like, oh, I gotta get a new thing. We only got 25,000. That's not a lot. Also, the lighting is not it for me yet. Yeah. Alright, beautiful. I think I can deal with it. Nah. Yeah. Alright. Something like that. We gotta add more housing. I gotta be quick about that. Yeah, then I can add longer ones here. Alright, that's not bad. What is it? Control? Yes, baby. It can be almond milk, but I have regular milk as well. We're gonna make a park over there. We're gonna do something like this. Something like that. Thank you. All right. Beautiful. Now let's get the zone in. We will go with, yes, this. I really need those trailer homes. There's a part of me that wants to get those trailer homes, bro. Alright. Let that zone in now. Thank you, baby. Huh? It's, you see where the vapes, that red cup is out? It's right under the red cup. Oh shit, Dave, you ain't put no sugar in this? Alright, it's cool. I'll drink it like that. It's like iced coffee. You don't drink your iced coffee with sugar?
Usually I pre-mix it and then I make it and then I put it in the fridge. So
I can yeah, I didn't do that. I just did, yeah.
Because sugar melts when it's hot, not when it's cold.
Yeah, babes, you never had like an iced coffee from a like halal truck, or like the bacon, egg, and cheese trucks in like the east side, even in by Herald Square, yeah.
Yeah, but
they always put the
oh. Because sugar doesn't melt in cold.
I know.
So
you want the crystals.
Whenever I make my coffee,
yeah.
And I'm trying to make it to where I can drink it ice cold, I usually pre-mix everything and then I put it in the fridge. So I put the milk in, I put the sugar in, and I put it in the fridge.
Just so that you know, that was not done with that. But alright, thank you, babes. Sorry. Yo, Daddy-O's, the missus was trying to kill me. She was trying to kill me. Hi, babes. I almost thought I was gonna die. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is make a strip mall. We're gonna do something like this. And I'm not afraid to play with terrain. I actually like that, so... I like fucking around and learning new ways to build certain things, so... That's what we're gonna do here, Daddy-O's. Alright. Alright. Alright, so... Thank you, babes. You stirred it, right? Yeah. Okay, thank you. It's alright, babes. It's okay. Thank you. What? Why are you giving me that face? It's okay.
Because I wanted it to be like, ooh, it's good.
It could be better, babes, but it's alright. We dug it out. We dug it out. That's what we do.
Damn. Does it need more sugar or milk?
Yeah. You put like what, a spoon?
A spoon of what?
Sugar?
No, I put like 4 spoons.
Like not the tiny spoons, but like the big spoons, right? Like a tablespoon, right? Ah, okay. No, babes, it's okay. Babes, it's a lot of work. Babes, it's okay. I promise. Babes. See, Daddy-O's, I'm getting in trouble now. God damn it. No, babes, it's okay. Hold up. I like had an idea, but I don't know if my idea is gonna work. Actually, it may just work. Alright, it may just work. Alright, so what we're gonna do is make this... Oh, we don't have parking roads yet, do we? No. No, we're not doing that. We are nowhere even near finishing that up. Where's my points at? Bro! Oh, that's map points. Fuck. Y'all can see. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Advanced road services. Yeah. Let's do... Do we have... It should be empty, babes. We are about to smoke, so I will be taking myself off of camera in just a second. Inglewood parking. Do we like that? Hold on. I don't know if I actually like that. I could make that work though. Alright, we're gonna make it work. So what we're actually gonna do for this, we're gonna plop our buildings, alright? I did want to zone. We do need to zone technically, but yeah, this one would be a little bit too difficult. It's not like it'd be difficult. Because will they zone the ones I want? Do we test it? We could test it. Honestly, alright, let's actually test it. Let's see if Platter is smart enough to do this. I think what we want to do is 2x5s, no, or 5x2s. That's stuck. Alright. Wait, oh yeah, because it snapped it to the sides of the road. So if I don't snap it to the sides of the road, I can bring that road down, honestly. I should just bring that road down. Alright, so if I was to do this... Yeah, alright, so we just keep it just like that. Honestly, keep it simple, stupid. You know what I'm saying? Give me a straight road. I'm so confused. Let's see something. I don't have roundabouts yet, right? No. Oh, I do. What the fuck happened here? Oh, there was some fuck shit that happened. Did the game just crash on me? No, it did not. Dude, oh my god, bro. Daddy-O's. I know the game did not just crash on me. Yo, it really just crashed on me. Yo, why am I having... Dude, I'm having the worst luck today, bro. Let's see something here. Did we enable autosave? I don't even know if we have enabled autosave, bro. Bro. I am gonna admit I am very sad. I am actually very, very sad, bro. It's like I'm being compelled to, by the game, to just start, like, a whole new, like, it's gonna make me want to, like, uninstall the game completely, bro. Clean up all my saves, like, basically take out all of my... Yeah, it's gonna make me want to take out all of my mods, bro. And, like, local mods. I am not too pleased by this. I don't even... Yo, dude, I don't actually even know if we had autosave. Please tell me we had autosave. We should have. Oh, I gotta smoke a blunt. Daddy-O's, we're smoking a blunt. I'm so sorry, man. Dude, I'm gonna be honest, bro. And I was semi-cooking. I had this... Dude, this idea was gonna work. Fuck me, bro. Because what's gonna end up happening is I'm gonna want to do the idea just without the terrain. And I like the differences in terrain. I wanted to play with the terrain, so... Dude, it's like the universe is telling me to go watch a Daredevil. Babes, there should be a lighter back there. Do you see one? Just... Thank you, babes. This should work. Yeah. I try to only keep working lighters out here. Alright, Daddios, I'm gonna hit my camera off. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of stressed me the fuck out. Thank God we have good music. I should have checked the Sky vlogs to see what they said, bro. But yo, and I re-verified my files and everything too. Alright. If we have an autosave, we'll finish with the strip mall. And I knew there was gonna be I knew there was gonna be an issue. I hope it's a save right before I lay down that road. It should be one. We don't have a lot of mods nor decals, so it should load up fast. Alright. Yeah, we should be good. Did we not get the French residential houses? I know we got the remix houses, but I want to use different types of housing on that like fake little hillside that we have here. Yeah, bro. Oh my fucking God! All right, I know what I gotta do. I know what we gotta do. Come on, game, load for me. You can do this. Load. Don't worry, Daddios. We'll get in there. Yes, there we go. Do not crash. Do not crash. Alright, it's loading up all the decals and ting now. You know, it's crazy. I knew earlier I was just... Because, yo, dude, I was going to be forced to go to work earlier because one of the workers was, like, super sick still. And they couldn't finish out their full shift. So I was like, fuck. So I was like, I was going to cancel stream. The game was already messing up since yesterday. And I was just like, dude, alright, I'm going to still thug it out for stream. We should be alright. If I got to start a new city, then I'll start a new city. But the game was working up until right before I hit stream. And the fucking game crashed on the city we usually build on. Here you go, Dubs. See if it's still got light. I'm not sure. There we go. Alright. So then, after that, bro, I'm like, alright, let's try to load up the city one more time. Try to load it up. It died on us. So I'm like, alright, we start a new city. The new city we have, that's like, I think that's an anarchy issue. Anarchy, aka move it issue. That was a node issue. I know that. I do want the McDonald's asset because I know where I want to put that at. Alright, we're almost there. Import these decals. Come on. Come on. Faster. Ikimasu. Alright, cool. Let's go to load game, please. Please. No fucking way! Dude! Are you fucking kidding me? You want me to play vanilla? Alright. No, bro. You're gonna force me to play vanilla? Dude, I click play. You are fucking with me, bro. It's not even that many mods. Hold on, I'm in Skype right now, just trying to see. Dude, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm not feeling today right now. Let's see what the logs say, bro. Bro, it's a whole new city, a whole new mod set. Yo, I got a white screen right now. Bro, come on. Yo, I'm honestly, bro, I don't know why the game wants to fight me, bro. But I'm not gonna lie, that was a second crash. So this is the third crash. Okay, cool. You can finish it, Peps. Bro, just let me play the damn game, bro. You're just gonna have that up there to see what the log. And I was about to load in, bro. You're being such an asshole today, Cities Skylines. And like, I have the vanilla city. It's not like I don't have a city to play. We have the vanilla city, dude. So. Oh my god, bro. So yeah, hopefully I can enact my plans. If not, I'll throw on my vanilla city. I've been just adding density in the vanilla city. It's looking alright so far. I'm trying to think. Some interesting road networks. I try to do a little pedestrianized zone with the one-way pedestrian blocks. Because there's no decals, it's hard to make it look neighborhoody. I would say, though, having the line tool be updated so that you can actually fit trees closer together, and they've taken off that arbitrary limit that we have, that's actually helped a little bit. Because if not, I think I'm just going to have to do a clean install on the game, bro. After the fact, and that means I'll get no, up until the weekend, I'm not going to have any time to do anything, but I'm just going to delete, like, all my folders, have all the saves separated, only put the Brooklyn save, and then that's it. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Wolf, but, dude, I can't, like, it's just not allowing me to be great at all. Alright, we're about to load back into there, so that's a vibe. Let me see. What is there to keep us entertained? Was it? Oh, that's tomorrow. Yeah. Alright, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pause that music. I'm gonna pause this music. We're just gonna watch this video real quick. Browser for all outputs. Just have it running in the background. I'm like praying that just give me a break. I need one break today, bro. Thank you. We have Skype open to see any bullshit.
Now the Forbidden City, the list is basically endless. However, you know when they say that nothing comes without a touch of madness? Well, that is because for every shining piece of Chinese brilliance, there's another creation that is just, well, really weird. We're talking whole knockoffs of world-famous UNESCO World Heritage Sites, morally dubious theme parks, and whole cities where they just do things different. They are, all of them, a monument to a nation where creativity and chaos live in perfect harmony. So let's take a trip.
I like the way that light
the
is always
surreal,
exposed
and the spectacular. The places that
hazy.
prove that when it comes to building things, China doesn't just think big, it also thinks bizarre. These days, a VPN isn't just about hiding your IP, and Surfshark, today's sponsor, absolutely get that, because Surfshark now do a whole lot else. They block malicious sites, they check for scam emails.
I'm so
literally got alerted to one of those this morning, and it keeps your entire digital trail a little bit more private. You still get access to 4,500 plus servers across 140 locations for all the usual stuff, streaming, browsing, staying anonymous. But now there's web content blocker to stop sketchy pages from even loading. An email scam checker, that's the thing that flags fake password resets and phishing emails that land right in your inbox, so you stay safe. No annoying pop-ups, no weird upsells, just protection that runs quietly in the background, keeping you safe. Go to surfshark.com/places or use the code PLACES at checkout to get 4 extra months for free. That's surfshark.com/places, code PLACES. Now back to today's video.
All right.
Contemporary philosopher and driving sideways enjoyer Jeremy
Fake
Clarkson
terracotta army.
Beijing once quipped that, quote, "I'm speaking to you now behind a pair of fake Ray-Bans, wearing a fake Armani jacket, carrying a fake Louis Vuitton bag, in which I find a fake iPad and a fake iPhone. If we consult my fake Omega, we can see that it's 25-3.
No, we crashed yet again.
Adios. In Hong Kong's ladies' market, asking to see the good stuff around back, or on Shanghai's Nanjing Road, following a friendly
I'm gonna
peddler
X
into an
this
Aladdin's
out.
cave.
Let me pull up my
Knockoffs
Vanilla
hidden down
City.
the back alley.
And
You
we
really
just
don't
fucked
have
with
to
the
go
Vanilla
far in
City for
China
the
to
last
find out
hour.
that copyright infringement doesn't appear to translate terribly well to
I
Mandarin.
really don't
Still,
know why that's
at least
happening.
it's just handbags, tech gadgets, and the odd car, right? It's not like they'd have a whole knockoff of one of the most important and revered historical sites, pretty much right next to the authentic one. Right? Because that would be ridiculous, but actually it's exactly what they have. Basically, in January 2017, police in Xi'an's Lintong district, the very district in which the legit Emperor Qin Shi Huang's mausoleum site museum is found, raided and demolished a fake terracotta army attraction that had been duping tourists for years.
Wow.
The operators had carved out their own underground hall, packed it with dozens of plaster and concrete warriors, and, working with touts and taxi drivers, were steering visitors away from the genuine museum to this
crazy
site. And then, when the scam finally hit state headlines after numerous tourist complaints, officers brought in the diggers and bulldozed 40 of the counterfeit soldiers on camera, reducing the whole thing.
We're gonna
Officials
load
called
up,
it a decisive cleanup of tourist traps.
yeah, we're just gonna load up our
heritage
Vanilla
sites.
City, Daddy.
Message received. Tried to counterfeit China's most sacred archaeological relic within walking distance of the real one,
You know what? And then
you'll
that's
be the next exhibit to get smashed.
No, I should
The
have
park's
all the
owner
DLCs.
naturally
then, right?
bristled in defense.
They should automatically be included in the
museum.
game.
Terracotta figures could
think
be
they
made
are.
anywhere, and he wasn't wrong, at least not legally.
All right,
China's
let me
intellectual property
switch
lawyers
my
split instantly into two camps. Some
stream
arguing
titles
that the
and stuff
Xi'an
one
Museum's
more time.
trademarks were valid commercial
How do
identifiers
I
protecting the
actually-
museum brand. Others countering that trying to monopolize a 2200-year-old imperial artifact was absurd. One Beijing IP scholar neatly threaded the needle, noting that even if copyright didn't apply to ancient sculptures, profiting from consumer confusion can still breach the unfair competition law, and indeed that's exactly what it was that the police actually did him for. Not the fake warriors in and of themselves, but passing them off as legit to hapless tourists, which brought to him by cabbies who got a commission for each one they dropped off. But then, if you can believe it,
It happened again in 2024, as a secondary school student who'd gone to Xi'an to celebrate finishing his college entry exam was instead ferried by taxi driver to a place called Dreaming Back to the Qin Dynasty, a roadside imitation that never explicitly said its statues weren't the real thing, where the driver promised visitors they could touch and photograph the figures and pay a premium for the experience, of course. Said students, however, was no fool.
All right. Well, please let me. Yo, Dadios, if it doesn't let me load into the game, I'm just gonna have to bow out for today.
Whistle on Weibo, a kind of Chinese.
It should let me though. I don't know why it's being such a hater, bro.
Went very, very viral. Outraged netizens, upon investigating, started noticing even more outrageous details too, like the fact that it cost around 50% more than the real one. Naturally, calls soon followed to the authorities to smash this one up too, but we have no idea if it actually has been. As of the time of writing, there's nothing at all in the Chinese language media about its eventual fate, so who knows. But Trip.com and Kayak.com, websites like that, they do list it as temporarily closed for whatever that's worth. Eager to leave no stone unturned, though, and because we may as well, when the writer of this very piece actually speaks Mandarin, we did call that censored phone number and got nothing more than an endless dial tone that we gave up on after a day's worth of occasionally trying to get through. So, yeah, no idea what became of this one. Turns out
I'm switching my titles right now.
Not the whole continent, that'd be a bit of a feat even by Chinese engineering standards, but small parts of it here and there. Whole districts of one place bulldozed and rebuilt to completely resemble another. Take Shanghai as an example. What do you normally picture when you imagine the place? Probably a whole lot of glass and steel with a sprinkling of some of the old colonial architecture in front of it, right? And sure, for the bits you'll visit as a tourist, that'd be bang on, hit right out of the park characterization. However, leave the well-trodden tourist trail and head to the outlying districts, and you'll stumble upon
Please
the
let
UK
me load into my
Italy,
vanilla city. That's why we have vanilla cities, right?
They're all the result of the still ongoing One City, 9 Towns initiative launched back in 2001. Basically Shanghai back then.
I just want to get into
rough around the edges, and so to pretty up the place a bit, they just decided to slap some aesthetic foreign styles on some districts while they were redeveloping. And the worst bit...
Also, Skype didn't let us know what the fuck the issue was. I just noticed that.
Authority, we have to admit that it isn't exactly a terrible rendition either. Sure, the odd angle looks a bit the UK but described down a telephone, but if you squint and pick the best angles, it's almost uncanny. Just as a side note, I, Simon, have been to this town. It's called Thames Town, and it's bizarre. I just went...
Give me a second. All right. Patch worked out. 2 things. I need my music back. We need this off. We got that off. We're not gonna do the pianos. Wait, do we even do? You know what? We're gonna do cities music today. We're all gonna suffer. Fuck that. Ads off. No, I'm not gonna torture myself. We're not supporting them. Fuck that. They don't deserve our support for all the bullshit they put us through today, alright? Fucking 4 crashes in a row. Get the fuck out of here. I'm playing my own music. Y'all lucky I don't ask for my money back either. Alright. Let's go. Let me build. I need to build. I'm frustrated. But this is my vanilla city, so overall, bro, it is my usual building style. Like, nothing is... We got projects, which I do got to finish up over here. Traffic, because it is me building. Why wouldn't there be traffic? This is the pedestrian place that I'm trying to build. It's coming out alright. It could be a tad bit. It'll be a little bit better, but you know, we're doing what we can. You feel me? We do have some interesting blocks. I just don't have Jay's dry stone planters for some reason. I may just delete that. But yeah. Pedestrian, we have schools, then we got parking, and then I'm pulling the surfaces to hide the parking over there. Lark! Daddy-o, what is good, bro? They got me playing vanilla right now because my game does not want to load. My game has been on this worst behavior, bro. Give me 1 second. I need to fix, what is that, climate? Is it climate? Where's fog? And then I need to do one thing. Hold up. It was climate, and what was the other thing? Wasn't display. Shit, what was it again? Oh, was it lighting? Yes. Yeah. Alright. I needed that little haze on it, you feel me? Alright, that is. But yeah, so basically I'm playing vanilla. Oh shit, you're all good, dude. It's all good, man. It all happens to the best of us, honestly. Alright, so let's come over here. Let's get some of this. Yo, Cal, what is good? Daddy-o. We are playing vanilla because my game is broke.
Daddy-o.
Daddy-o. But yes, we are unfortunately playing vanilla. Probably not unfortunate. I just can't detail as much as I like to detail. Alright, something like that. Take something like that off, take something like that. Dude, why? Oh, are you snapping because it's... No, you're snapping because of 90. Wow. I thought I took this off. Okay, thank you. Thank you. What's my motherfucking name? 90. Nah, let me stop. Yo, Lark, definitely lurk away, Daddy. Lurk away. I should have just thrown on Arc Raid as my damn self, to be honest. Also, I'm loving all the people walking. I'm so glad. Oh. This is why, like, as much as I want to get upset, I can't get that upset. Right. Okay, extend the grass surface out. Grass surface out over here. Thank you. Thank you. Give me back that 90, please. Thank you, Daddy-o. Okay. You know what? We love yo, dude, those are my favorite showers. You just feel the heat, like you feel the hot water just rid off all your stress and shit, bro. Those are my vibes, Daddy-os. Those are some of my favorite vibes. And also, I've been doing nothing. We just rearranged the office, so it gives me and the missus more space. Not that we didn't have space before, but it was just that we weren't utilizing the space correctly. And I had this idea that was less intrusive than the first idea, and then in practice, it worked out really, really fucking well, to be honest. So I really can't be mad at that. But yeah, dude, I've been on just doing house shit for a minute. There we go. Alright, so I do have Find It. There will be some mods in his playset. But as you can see, I don't have Anarchy, because I'm not trying to be like that type of person. You know what I'm saying? No, what the fuck does that even mean? But y'all know y'all know how I feel. Alright, I'll just single-handedly place them because the game wants to be fucking dumb, but it's all good. It is all good, cities. You have not been pissing me off today. You have done nothing to piss me off today. You've done nothing. You've done nothing to piss me off today. You've done nothing but be so mean. You've done nothing. See, like, that's much better. I like that we don't have to do very long space outs. Bro, I love organizing and doing shit. And honestly, when my house is in disarray, bro, I'm the most fucking stressful person you will ever meet. Like, I cannot concentrate, bro. And I'm very unproductive. And I hate that. You know what? I'm trying to be, but me and my missus spoil each other, so it's like a combination of both. I'm sometimes just a house husband, or sometimes I'm just like a regular, like, you know, husband dude. Husbando. You gotta say it the anime way. Husbando. Do I have better bulldozer? I don't. I only have regular bulldozer, so yeah. There we go. Alright. Okay, daddios. We'll pull this surface up more. And this is just showing y'all how I detail vanilla. Eesh. Yeah. I feel you on that. I feel you on that a lot. We're getting better. We're getting better out there, you know, little by little. But the progress made in the last decade, I want to say that, but then I also got to look at, like, yeah. Hopefully we get better. You'll find yours, I promise you. That you will find. You will find a good one. But just hold on to them. Alright. Alright. Nope, leave that, because we want, yeah. I see, that's why I like those parks, the pocket parks. Oh my god. See, this is vanilla though, and look how nice this is. Oh, this game just likes doing things to be mean to people, bro. go. I'm not gonna lie, this mix is actually pretty fire. With the whistle, that is actually pretty fire, bro. Oh, if I just take off 90. Alright, let me see something. Sorry, y'all. Let me fix this. Sorry, I gotta concentrate to get these both at 90. Give me 90 degrees! Yes! Okay, we like that. We like that. And I gotta love the cats. Yeah, I like I like the double entendre. That was cute, actually. Got that. Thank you. Sorry, I'm really big on my 90 degrees, bro. Ah, that point is the one that's throwing me off, right? Everything else is good. Alright. You got it, game. You got it. You got it. You're just an asshole. Alright. You happy now? You happy now? Alright. Cute. Now what I want to do is, let's do some boulder. Let's do single boulder like that. Oh, that's the wrong boulder. Fuck. Damn. That was the wrong boulder. Oh my god. That was the vapor boulder. I didn't even know I still had those. Wow. Alright. Let's do something like... something like this. Yeah, that'll work out for landscaping. It's not the prettiest, but yeah, alright. What I do want to do, though, is... let's look at what I can do for offices. So I have the television production studio here. I have a bunch of row housing here. We're going to do row housing here. Have some mixed use here. We have this multi-level parking here. I have schools. I have commercial. More offices. Alright, let's put another office here then. And let's put this cross street there. And then in terms of zoning, urban promenades, Mediterranean heritage. Let's go office evolution, yes. Oh, damn, I still have to unlock that? That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, I guess we can't... You see, I was trying to cook just now. Let me see something. So we only have that. Fuck me, dude. Yeah, because then I'm just going to upzone that. Oh yeah, we got regular office too, right? Alright. Let's do something like this. Yeah. Cute. And then we'll do some mixed housing right here again. So let's go here. These heat maps, these overlay shits, bro. Oh my god. Alright. And then here what I want to do, we can do it. Urban Promenade. I want to be closer to the water for Urban Promenade. Wait, what happened over here? My oil drilling got fucked? Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my god. Alright. Let's try this one more time. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's grab terrain leveling. Yes, please. Don't flood. Don't flood. Dude, why are you flooding? No way. You are fucking kidding me. I am so upset, bro. I am actually so upset. Dude, this is actually going to go down as one of my worst Cities Skylines gameplay ever, bro. Let's try this one. Medium key. Is that not a key wall? Medium key with two-way road? Dude, you're blowing mine's game. You're blowing mine's game. You're blowing mine's. Today, you've done it. You've done it. You've beat me. You've beaten me, game. You've become the asshole I never knew I needed in my life. Thank you. Take off all of that. Take off this. Take off that. Interesting. Interesting. So I can't do this, right? No. So wait, if I delete this road, come back. So are you saying you can be built like this? You're bullshitting me. I'm gonna test this. Alright. We will see. Let's do this. Small pedestrian street. No, we want one-way road. Yes. Oh. Let's do something like this. To do something like that. Grab this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, alright, I like that. That's much better. And then what we can do is one-way road. Thank you. If I can bring it in generic, the way we respect typography for the rail especially. Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Wolf always told me it was 8% for roads, and you always want to be under 2% for rail. Alright. So, let me... because I gotta do this over again. Control point. I'm confused. Oh, we don't need a boat. We don't need a route, right? We need the pipe to connect. Did I already zone? That's a route. That's a pier. Oh, alright. So here, yes. This compliant tower oil platform extracts and processes from rock formations beneath the seabed. Designed for shallow waters, it is stationed closer to the shoreline. Requires an oil pipe. Alright. Alright. Oil pipe. Hold up. Let me see. Does that add a connection? Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, so I gotta raise the... Oh my god, this is actually dumb. This is actually dumb. Now pipe. You like, come on. Like, how, where are you connecting to? Yeah, like, that's what I'm, like, I'm not bugging, right? Yeah, I don't trust that. I bet you I crash again. Watch. I'm gonna... Let me watch this. Let me see something. I don't need to do a route then because it's just getting oil. Oil pipe not connected. Yeah, this is broke. This is broke. I'm gonna try this one more time. Place control point. That is... I don't... I don't know, Daddios. It's working. Alright, we'll see what happens over here. Okay. Nah, I don't think... What's the asset called? That's the vanilla offshore oil rig joint. That's a regular asset. But yeah, this mix, fucking bananas. Shock, Wolf has not been on today. I was messaging him earlier. He had a weekend getaway, so I know he was busy on that front. High resource cost. Okay. Oh yeah, because we got to start actually doing a stone quarry. Probably around here, but not right now. I like this building. What building was this? It's a 3x3. Mixed use. Stop hurting our eyes. Let's see what we get over here. Let's do something like this. Two, 4, 6, 7. Two, 4, 6, 7. All right. And then let's do something like park. Sport park. Basketball. Let's go dog park. Dog park is bigger than that? Bullshit. Stop, you're hurting everybody's eyes right now. Move this a little bit. Yes, and then let's come back over here. Yes, alright. Wait, Prospero, you have a volcano map? That's so fucking dope. By the way, I've been all talk, no game for like 2 years, but since I've gotten a laptop, the game is back. Let's go. We out here for the big wins. What is these? Mix units. Alright, I'll do another mix unit block. Yeah. And then over here, I'm actually some low rent. Let's go 3 unit right there, 3 unit right there. 3 unit right there, 3 unit right there. And then to be honest, I should actually take this out. We are going to go with parking. Parking, we're gonna go with this one. This one is pretty long. So yeah, something like that'd be fine. But with a walkway in between each side, yeah. Yeah, how far back? Can it go this far back? If it can go that far back, I'm not upset. Yeah, alright, cool. Alright. Dude, I just can't wait to actually have like a day, like almost a vacation day, so I can watch everybody's dope ass shenanigans. This mix is fire. Y'all see how I'm concentrating right now, Daddios? There we go. We're gonna let these buildings grow. I think we put... Do we have a signature something over here? Let's see. What signature building do we have? No, it's too big. Way too big. Way too big. Too big. Wait. No, too big. Yo, this does hurt my eyes, though. I'm sorry, y'all. And I know if it hurts my eyes, it definitely hurts y'all eyes. Thank you. Aha! I'm level 10. Now you can give me my other buildings. Motherfucker. What do I get? We get a Brunswick Corner building. Q. We get a Finance Turn. Q. Jardine House. I thought I took that out. Brewery. Fire. Eclipse. Fire. Imperium. Fire. Bell Creek. Yes. Lighthouse. Emerald. Yes. We get all of them. Yes. I am actually hyped. Let's do something like, oh yes, yes. Oh, they gave me a big building. They were not playing, Daddios. They are ready for me, and I did this as a nice office too. You know what? You are now. You know what you're gonna be? You know what you gonna be? No, where's Office Evolution? Yes, I'm gonna make you an Office Evolution. Eat it, bitch. Office Evolution, that bitch. Office Evolution, that bitch. Yeah. Yeah, I want y'all to Office Evolution. Is that the... What office was that? Is that the... Oh, that's the Fujiata. Oh, that one is noise. They lucky. I'm about to turn this into a surface park. Yeah, man. Surface parking it is. I could make that a park, too. Maybe we make that a park. I don't know. I thought this would be a more ghetto-fied building. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright. We will do something like this. Let's do something like... I could put some more shopping right here, but I don't think it'll zone here, right? No, it won't zone there. Let me see. I can try to force the game to pretend to zone here. What do we want to do? Southwest? Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to do that for me. That's right. The game's corny. The game is corny. Yeah, it is so corny. Yeah, the game is corny. It hates my fucking life. Game is back for life. Dun, 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 Something. We're gonna make a network go right over here, actually. So let's actually do that right now before I forget. When you were a gangster too. Yeah. Alright, where is the pedestrian pathways? How do I get pathways again? Oh, yeah, that is so silly for it to be placed there. Thank you. And what we'll do here is grab that, grab a grass, turn on our joints. Do they need to be... Wow. They consider this... That's crazy, though. That's crazy pants. Thank you. Thank you. Come over here. Something like that. Something like that. Thank you. Come over here. Something like that. Surface, dark road. How do I want to put grass? I'm gonna do grass. Now, I would say I like how you can change while you still have that selected. So that works out really, really nice. We will... Yo, Daisy, welcome back. You will see that we're playing on vanilla right now. Because, yeah, my game just decided to break on me. Right? Alright, Cal, we down for a plan, Daddy-O. We are down for the plan. Let us know, let us know. Okay. Let's do something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. There we go. Bring this out a little bit more. Grab this grass. There we go. Grab the grass again. Beautiful. Oh no! There we go. Alright, so then we'll come over here. We don't have tree controller, and that kind of sucks. Because I want to select a bunch of different bush and tree things right now. So let's make that a little bit, yeah. Do something like this. Then grab something like that. Maybe pull them a little bit closer. No. Alright, that's not going to work. Something like this, something like that, something like that. Yeah. That's what I would like to, that's what I kind of want to see. All right, that's beautiful. Yeah, I can only imagine. Prospero. Yeah, definitely send it to me, dude. I'm having issues running a modded city, but yeah, send it to me. I'm gonna do a clean install tomorrow. I can give you feedback by the end of this weekend. And I'll play in my hybrid style, so that way, yeah, I got you, Daddy-O. I'm actually really interested in that. That actually sounds pretty exciting. Alright. Yeah, I personally think I just need to do a clean install of my game. Okay. Ah, dude, just do what New York does. Make a grid and then cut roads into them. Like, technically, this is a grid, but then I found ways to cut other roads in between. You feel me? So that I have, like, interesting, like, corners and shit, dude. Like, look over here. And then I'm making a little neighborhood out of that there. You feel me? What is that? This is northeast. So let's do some more northeast. Mix. Is there northeast mixed? There is. No, that's commercial. Northeast mix. Yeah. No. No. Where? Where? Yes. Go. We'll make this a pedestrian plaza. That way, I can do a wide pavement path. Yeah. And then I can do a coloring over here. So go to surface. That was actually a cute ass mix. I fucked with that. Alright, we gotta find another mix, Stadios. Give me 1 second. I'm just in the midst of, yes. No, it's not dark. Oh, it's the wrong fucking color, that's why. No, but then they know that that's sidewalk. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, wait, do you not just want to not have a grid for it? And just have people make their own stuff? Alright, we'll let these buildings grow. I can put a custom building here. Let's signature buildings. I know I keep looking at signature buildings to put. There has to be something to put here, bro. No, that's a long. Do I want to do that one? No. No. Damn, Daddy-O's. This is too big. I do want the bar. I do want the bar. That's, yeah. 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 Yeah, and then let me see something. Oh, alright, I'm gonna fuck this up. Yes. Pathways. Shit. Fuck, I did not mean to do that. Oh no. Damn, I did not want to mess up the building itself, but guess you had no choice but to fuck it up, 'cause the game hates me, and it fucking sucks. I love it so much, yet it pisses me off. The game pisses me off all the time today. Daddy, that's what the game does to me, bro. It just, I don't know why it does that either. Like, all right. All right. Oh, we could actually. No, I don't have them, right? I do have them. No, we want to do this one here, yeah. Oh, I can do recolor. I forgot. Thank you. What's my motherfucking name? Do something like that. So the way you gotta make this work is you gotta make everything look interconnected. That's why I'm blending all of these surfaces together and making dynamic shapes. Oh, you mean the yes. No, I get what you're saying. Wolf knows how to do that. I don't. That's out of my wheelhouse, Daddy-O. But I definitely understand where you're coming from. Definitely understand now. Yes. Okay, do something like this. And you guys remember, this was a real... We just added those connections together. We just made this little custom triangle, so don't crash. This game is trying it today, Daddy-O. Right. That. I don't know. We'll see what this building ends up becoming. Let's go over here again. Let's go to Linden. Let's grab a Linden here. A Linden there. Yeah. That, see, look at that. That gives this whole little area some new life. Maybe I'll put something like a cart or two over there. They do like weekend food pop-ups. That'd be a vibe. Oh yeah, of course, Daddy-O. Let me grab that for you. There you go. There you go. Alright, so now we'll do some more mix units here. Alright. I think we do something like this. Something like that. Grab that parking road again. Grab this parking. Yeah. Yeah, alright. I'm not mad at that. And then on this side here, we're going to go back up. Something like this. We are going to take that surface. How do I get the surface? Thank you. I don't want it to actually intrude with this surface right here. Alright. Something like this. Something like that. Oh, I didn't even know the home menu was on. Alright. Almost broke my game. Alright, beautiful. Thank you. Something like that, maybe. Yeah. It looks like that wants to be a connection there. Is this building crooked? I think something over here is crooked. The parking is crooked, yeah. In this building. Oh god, everything's crooked. Let's go to snapping. Alright, beautiful. Let's try this one more time. Alright, adios. Thursday we will be on Brooklyn again, since actually Brooklyn's the only modded city we have. But I'm gonna do a clean install just to make sure everything is good, bro. I'm like, just too much playsets, too much, just a lot going on, bro. So I know tomorrow night I'm gonna just do a lot of troubleshooting. It's gonna be so frustrating, but you just gotta thug it out, man. Yeah, I personally don't see any other way but thugging it out. I like that connection there. Let's put a pedestrian path over here. We want to encourage all of the walking. And then over here, thank you. And we'll go in there and do some surface work in just a second. We had some buildings spawn over here. I like it. Because this looks like this building. Where's that other building at? Was that the building the whole time? It wasn't. Yeah, it was this building here. Which, I don't know why this one didn't match with that one. They're the same building. You should have matched. But you know what? We'll let that rock. We'll let that rock. Let's get some row housing here. Let's get a cross street over here as well. My last name, according to the government, starts with L-E. Oh, because it... He's actually killing it with this part of the mix. I'm actually vibing for that. Alright, let's see how this is working out right now. Only one employee. Okay. I just guess it's not getting enough oil, right? Medium, medium. Dude, I really don't understand this shit. Extractor. So wait, I don't... Am I sure I don't need to add... Like, it doesn't need anything, right? No, it's just a pipe. The pipe works for that. Okay. And then I don't need to... No, I don't. Alright, it's just... I guess it just doesn't have that much. Cool. We'll keep that in mind, Daddy-o. Our resources. We gotta get some rock stuff. Next time I play this vanilla map, I gotta do a quarry. Even if it's like a bullshit tiny quarry. I have to do one, bro. Parking. Also, let's put these fees up, bro. Yeah. We gotta make money off of this, bro. Let's make some money. Which I think money-wise, this vanilla city's always done well. Like, we're making money like OD, bro. Like, legitimately. I have got, like, O space LE space, ah. Wait. Oh, because, like, the guy's name. Yeah, I figured. Oh, wait, do they just space the LE? Or it's just le? So they be like, oh, you're le, whatever. Okay, I get it. They be trying to speak to you in French, but not really in French. Did that make sense? I think that makes sense. I felt that made sense. Also, I'm happy they're using the networks. Yes. Continue to use them. Thank you. Dude, can you click? Alright, thank you. And then what I'm going to do here is row housing. And we got to try to unlock everything. So I need to unlock the stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna do a pathway back here as well. Something like that. Then let's go to northeast. Well, we could, yeah, let's go mix housing here. Let's do a 3P right here. There we go. Yo, Software, I'm so sorry about that. Welcome. The Pit City. Nah, I haven't, dude. I've been troubleshooting my game all day, so I haven't been able to jump into the Reddits at all. Let me see. Are you here to advertise for it, or are you... Oh, that's so cute. I like this person's city. That's a city, yes. Oh, that one is beautiful. Real suburby, but not mad at it. Oh. Good roads without traffic between the pits. Do I follow Hez? No, I don't. Interesting. And their page is... Oh, interesting. Yeah, wow, that is a city, I guess. No. Dude, it is a city. It's one interesting city. Let me just say it that way. Alright, Daddios. Let me get to this last thing. I like how today we barely got anything fucking built, bro. Like, I'm actually I'm not happy about that. No, I don't... Stop that. Stop. Thank you. Thank you. Why are you doing this to me? Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing. Okay. Alright, you got it, game. You got it. The one time you actually want to fucking work. Thank you. No, we'll keep that. Alright, let's see what we get over here. Yeah, you know who used to do cities like that? Real Civil Engineer. I used to miss his videos, bro. He used to have some real awesome joints. Nope. We will do... something like that. Alright, that's fine. This was a cool ass mix. I'm very happy for it. Thank you. Can I fit a bicycle rack over here? Alright, let me just see something. I want to test something out real quick. Are they in roads? Where's the bike? Oh, they're in parking, right? Yeah, they are. Okay. Nah, it still needs to be close. Alright. Yeah, that won't work. Nope. I don't know. I gotta figure out what to put over here. I could put a bunch of containers in an empty lot. Alright, cool. So that's cooking. That is cooking for the most part. So Daddios, all we did in this build here is redo our oil industry because that fried. I don't know what was up with that connection. It is working, just very slowly. I don't know why they only have one employee, but you know, they bowl. They do what they do. We started filling in this uptown square here where we have a bunch of offices. So we've done these offices here, which are from the Office Evolution Pack. I don't know why it gave me 3 of the same fucking buildings, but you know, it does what it does. We're probably gonna replace these soon. We're gonna keep the Fujiwara building right there. And then on our corners, we're doing a bunch of mixed unit stuff. Low-key Discord style CPP and Reels are excellent examples of their... Dude, I'm just glad you're fucking with it, dude. Trust me. Yes, watch this. I'm gonna make this functional, but totally batshit crazy. Yes. So far, this is coming out really fucking good. This is becoming one of my favorite assets. We're cooking up for the most part. I honestly, dudes, I don't know what we're gonna do for streaming on Saturday. When it comes to the city, I guess it's looking like we're just gonna have to play vanilla again. Hopefully I can play on Prospero's new map. But yeah, that's really all the building we did today. I can't even load up the other build, so I have to show off my vanilla build, which, oh my god, the repeat of buildings. Dude, this is why I don't play vanilla, bro. Like, it works, don't get me wrong, this does look like Flatbush and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? It's alright, but, yeah, probably some recolor will help me out. But alright, that's what we are doing here. I do like the way these blocks are coming out, though. These are coming out really, really nice. Really, really nice. And then we did a bunch of surface work, which honestly, nobody really cares about in vanilla. But to me, it's the only way that any of this actually ends up looking like it's worth something. Connecting all of this, making this look like real life, connecting that, making that look like, you know, grass, the surfaces is extended, so forth and so on. Did we do some surface work somewhere else as well? Was it? It was a little bit over here because we did decide that. Not too much over here. Kind of blended that in together. And then I want to say... No, because that was done off stream. That was not done. This was done off stream. There was some other surface work I was doing. I just can't find it. Unless it's because I was in vanilla that I felt that it was a lot of work. Oh no, it was this, right? Was it this? No. I can't find it. That's crazy. Don't freeze on me, game. Though I like how that blended in together. Wasn't that... Dude, I can't find that area. That looks good. Okay. I do like the way that came out. Yeah, I don't know where that other area went, bro. It may have been all this area and I just thought it was that, but... I don't know. I need more people to help me with that. I'm trying to think, did we do anything else? We looked over here a little bit. Oh! This is what I did, surface work-wise. So I'm going to grab this surface, connect it to that surface, and to that surface so it looks like you can walk all the way around. Same thing with keeping that like that as well. And then I extended this surface. We added this bush asymmetrically. And then did some surface work over here as well. Pulled the surfaces out on that part. Added a pathway here. And then we were to work on this side here. Extended this surface. Added a little something landscaping right over there. But yeah, that was all we really did. That seemed like a lot of work though, to be honest. But in retrospect, now that I talk about it and I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't think that was a lot of work at all. Alright. Let's save this. What's that? Fashionilla Week 4E? Let's go F. Oh, I won't. Dude, I'm not even that famous to even say anything. You know, I was surprised. I jumped in the stream and he, like, recognized my name and, like, my build style. And I was like, oh, shit, that's actually pretty cool. I like this a lot. We just gotta continue to add more trees and, like, elongate the surfaces to make them look more interconnected, daddios. There! Oh, it's a homeless it's a party happening over there. But I do like how, yeah, alright, I'm gonna play this offline. I'm actually locked into this Vanilla City. I'm gonna let it rock for a while. See if that industry builds up. That's safe. Daddy-o! Wolf! Wolf! I cannot play modded anymore.
FashionForty!
Yo, and I ran out of wine and liquor.
The unhinged Wolf just redeemed Moose's 40 call.
Wolf, you're gonna be sad. Daddy-o, you're gonna be so sad. Babs, more wine, please. I'm actually about to escape, Wolf. I was supposed to be off a little bit a while ago because the missus is not playing that. You feel me? But, dude, I don't know. I'm just gonna delete everything. Put some of the saves in a different file. I don't know what to do. I started a new city modded, and every time I loaded that playset and I went to load game, it fucked. Mrs. Wolf said hi. Hi. Oh, I'm gonna definitely raid Cosmic if he's on. Yeah, dude, I can't get into Buena Vista. The only city I can get into is Brooklyn. The only city I can get into. So, Daniels, we're gonna raid Cosmic. He's the homie, and I gotta raid a dip. Cal said hi. Hi. Yeah, bro, if you play back the VOD, you'll see after I picked the mods, a brand new mod set and everything, I crashed 4 times today, bro. 4 fucking times, Daddy-o. And that's insane, bro. Like, I crash a lot, but that's actually dead ass insane. I gotta add more jobs. Yeah, man. But yo, I want to thank everybody for pulling up. Though it wasn't like one of my favorite streams because like my game was broken and shit. I do appreciate everybody pulling up, especially on Twitch. Much love as always, Daddy-O's. If y'all have my emotes are broken on OBS, but the emotes will be Daddy-O, 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 Daddy-O. So y'all should have the Daddy-O's. So spam those Daddy-O's, Daddy-O's. Spam those Daddy-O's, Daddy-O's. I'm actually about to link up my Daddy-O's right now. And we're out in 5 seconds. So later. Yo, dude, you're all good, man. Love you, Wolf. Love you to death.